Welcome to Game 2 here on this Saturday afternoon. Jacksonville now facing off against Illinois State. Dolphins trying to sweep the Redbirds here this weekend and make it 3 in a row here at home in this round-robin event featuring Illinois State and VCU. Jacksonville winners earlier today. Dolphins captured a victory over VCU 4-2. And now send Tyler Santana to the mound to continue this recent hot streak here at home. And for the second night in a row, it's the Dolphins facing off against the Redbirds. Jacksonville, big winners last night, winning 16-1 over Illinois State. Leading things off for the Redbirds, Braden Blackford. And he swings at the first pitch and grounds it foul over to the right side. 6:16 p.m. underway here in Jacksonville, Florida, on a clear, cool night. On this first Saturday in March, the moon has risen over the left field wall, almost full. Here tonight as Santana sets and deals the 0-1. And that is shot over to the left side, charging in on it, the left fielder Pro, but he dives and knocks it down but can't field it cleanly. A leadoff single for Blackford, and he is on to start things off for Illinois State.
Second baseman number 6, Aiden Huggins.
Jacksonville defensively, a couple of changes here in Game 2, including the man out in left field. That is Langston Provitt here today. Ruben Samayan again in center. New right fielder tonight is Duncan Hunter, as the second baseman Aiden Huggins climbs into the box with a runner at first. And nobody out. A throw over to first to check on Blackford. He's back in safely. Jacksonville in the infield, Anthony George moves from behind the plate to third base. Jalila at short again, DeBrule at second. Jacob Southern getting the start at first with Corey Heffron catching. First pitch is hit in the air out into right field. One step in for Hunter, and he collects it for route number 1. One out, runner on first.
Designated hitter number 25, Jordan Libman.
And Illinois State brings the DH, Jordan Libman, to the plate. Santana glancing over to the runner at first as he gets the signs, comes set. And turns and throws over to first again to check on Blackford, who led off this inning with a single, is still at first base. He has not attempted a stolen base this year. Illinois State on the season is just 5 of 12, where their opponents have stolen 21 of 26 bags this year. First pitch to Libman, and it misses outside to the lefty swinging DH, ball 1. Libman, the senior, making his 13th start, hitting .279 this season, 12 for 43. Santana kicks and deals and misses low with a fastball this time at 91 to Butler. To Libman. Butler on deck, the shortstop for Illinois State. Last night against Jacksonville, Libman went 1 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts as he hit in the 3-hole in that game as well. The 2-0. That is located for a strike at 94 on the outside edge. Two balls, one strike, the count to Libman. Santana with the deep breath and comes home with the 2-1 pitch. That is fouled out of play to the left side as he tried another fastball, ramped that one way up to 95.
To receive a free item from Cheddar's.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Libman. The 2-2, and he goes off speed. It misses outside for ball 3. And a full count for the first time tonight to an Illinois State hitter. Santana nods as he gets the sign he likes. Sets. And turns the throw over to first again. Back in standing up, but closer than it might have initially looked, Blackford. We saw that last night. It was Illinois State's Gunnar Peterson who was thrown out at second base because he didn't slide. He went in standing up and was tagged out. Another throw to first, and they got him leaning. Over to Southern. Southern finds Jalila. Jalila back to Southern as Blackford puts the brakes on. Back to DeBrule this time, who eventually tags out Blackford. So if you're scoring at home, that goes 1-3, 6-3-4, and Jacksonville gets the second out of the inning. The move before that was deceivingly good, and that one Blackford fooled badly, and he is picked off for out number 2. Bases empty, 2 outs, and a payoff pitch coming to Jordan Libman. Santana out of the windup, delivers, and that is driven over the head of the second baseman DeBrule into right field. And Libman has himself a single as he takes a big turn around first. Hunter tosses it in. And the second hit of the ball game belongs to Illinois State. Libman with a 2-out single.
Joe Butler.
Even more important that Santana got that pickoff because instead of first and second, maybe even first and third, since Blackford seemingly wanted to take off with 1 out, it is a runner on first with 2 outs. Here's Joe Butler, the shortstop. Hitting .280 this year, has started all 14 games for the Redbirds as they wear their red tops here on the road tonight. First pitch, he watches a changeup miss low. Santana with the deep breath. And he delivers the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider down and away. Ball and a strike now as Heffron sliding to his right was able to block that pitch down in the dirt. Libman no real opportunity to try and advance up any further on that one. Libman this year also has not attempted a stolen base. Blackford may not get too many more opportunities to run here soon after he was picked off there a moment ago. The 1-1. And an overthrown fastball down and outside for ball 2. Butler had had no hits against Jacksonville last night. He had 1 against VCU in the first game of 2 for Illinois State yesterday. He is 1 for 9 on the weekend. The 2-1. Curveball in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Butler, runner at first, and 2 outs in the top of the first. Illinois State managed just 3 hits against Trent Palmer last night when he went complete. They have 2 hits already here in this game in the top of the first. The 2-2 from Santana, and a bouncer off the foot of Butler, and it rolls back out onto the field. Santana quickly off the mound to go field it, but Butler was down on a knee, having knocked that one off of his left instep. Santana was unable to put away Libman when he had 2 strikes on him. Could he get Butler here? Sixth pitch of the at-bat to the Illinois State shortstop, with a runner on first and 2 outs in the first. Another 2-2. Swung on and missed. Blew a fastball past him, and Santana has his first strikeout of the ball game. That strands a runner at first. Santana helped himself out a little bit defensively, too, with the pickoff move. And we head to the home half of the first. Jacksonville bringing Samayan, DeBrule, and George to the plate. No score yet between Jacksonville and Illinois State. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
This is Jacksonville women's basketball head coach Darnell Hayes. Shenatry Chiropractic is the proud sponsor of JU Athletics, located east of downtown in the Arlington neighborhood. Shenatry Chiropractic specializes in acupuncture, pain relief, and sports performance. See how their quality chiropractic care can help you with back pain, neck pain, auto accidents, sciatica, and more. For more information about Sinatry Chiropractic, please visit CHANATRYDC.com. Sinatry Chiropractic.
What do LeBron James, Mark Wahlberg, and JU's own Russell Knox all have in common? They're improving their athletic performance thanks to cryotherapy. Now you too can recover like the elite athletes at Cryotherapy Jax. It's Jacksonville's premier recovery center, providing cutting-edge therapy treatments including whole-body cryotherapy, Normatec, and red light therapy. For more information, check out cryotherapyjax.com. Here's Ruben Samayan to lead off the bottom of the first. No score yet between Jacksonville and Illinois State. The Redbirds running out a lefty here in this one, Sean Sinisco, a freshman, southpaw. And he faces two lefties here in the top of this order for Jacksonville. He kicks and deals the first pitch of the inning, and he locates a fastball at 88 at the knees to Ruben, who's behind 0-1. Samayan had a couple of hits in game one here today. Did strike out in his last two at-bats of the afternoon. The 0-1 pitch, and he grounds a foul ball to the right side. Sinisco taking his time, now delivers the 0-2 pitch, and Samayan pokes this one off the end of the bat down the left field line. It drops in for a base hit. Ruben taking a big turnaround first, and he is in head first to second base with a leadoff double for the second straight game today. Samayan now has his third double of the year, two of them coming here on the same Saturday afternoon, now turned evening.
Second baseman.
And Ruben goes the other way on both of them. Blackford got there quickly, but not quickly enough. We'll see if Jacksonville can continue the hot streak here in first innings. Dolphins have scored first in 10 of their 15 games this season. Here's Scott DeBrule, the runner on second base and nobody out. First pitch, he goes around on a check swing, and it is 0-1. Got fooled on the breaking ball there. Sinisco sets and comes home, and this one bounces in front of the plate. Samayan taking off for third. No chance for the catcher Gaines to make a throw, as that one was about a 58-foot pitch. Hayes takes it off the chest plate. It bounces back into the field of play, and Samayan with an aggressive read takes off. Ball and a strike now on DeBrule. Now the lead runner is just 90 feet away after that wild pitch. The 1-1. Fastball low to DeBrule, and he's ahead, 2 balls and a strike. DeBrule looking to drive in a run here with a runner at third and nobody out. And a fastball misses low again. 3 balls, no strikes to Scott DeBrule, who is dangerous in every count, but especially dangerous when he can get ahead and force a pitcher to try and maybe get a little bit too careful with the pitch. The freshman, Sinisco, sets, delivers the 3-1. And DeBrule flares this one towards short, fielded deep in the hole. Samayan taking off, throw to the plate. Gaines tags him out. on a throw that pulled him a little bit up the line, but he was able to pull it in. Excuse me, that is Hayes. That makes the play at the plate as Cermak takes off and tries to sneak home with the ball deep into the hole, but Butler with a good field and throw, and there is out number one, and the lead runner retired for Jacksonville here in the first.
Third baseman number 22, Anthony George.
So DeBrule reaches on the fielder's choice. One out now here in the first. And Anthony George climbs into the box. And a step and a throw over to first, and DeBrule just walks back into the box. DeBrule takes his lead again. Sinisco comes home, and George loops a foul ball to the right side and out of play.
That's another Cheddar's foul.
0-1 the count on Anthony George. Jacksonville had a great chance to take an early lead again here in this one. Have scored first in each of their last 2 games. 10 games total this season. As Cermak doubled, went to third on a wild pitch, but when that was then thrown out at home on the ground ball hit to short by Scott DeBrule. He was standing at first base now with 1 out. The 0-1 to George. And a fastball down in the dirt, blocked by Hayes again. He lost track of it there for a moment, but then is able to locate it before Scott DeBrule gets any ideas of advancing. Ball and a strike on Jacksonville's third baseman. Here in this game, Anthony George getting the start at the hot corner after catching game 1 of this doubleheader. He's caught the first 2 games of this weekend. Sinisco deals, and a breaking ball catches the top of the zone at 77 for a strike. Sinisco steps and throws over to first. DeBrule read that move. And head coach Chris Hayes is out of the dugout right now. And he has walked up to home plate umpire Landon Davis to have a bit of a chat with him, perhaps about that move that Sinisco is using and whether or not that is a legal move to first. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Anthony George. Sinisco throws to first again, and DeBrule back in, standing up one more time. Landon Davis behind the plate. Manny Salazar working third base in this game as Kevin Flay shifts from behind the plate down to first. The 1-2 pitch is high and outside with a fastball, evening the count at 2. Temperature continuing to drop here on this Saturday night. Might be the last gasp of winter here in Northeast Florida. Currently 52 degrees. Feels colder than that. We'll get down to the mid-40s here tonight in Jacksonville. 2-2 is fouled off by George. Corey Heffron standing on deck for Jacksonville. Sliding up a spot in the order here in the second game of this doubleheader. 2 spots, in fact. And is hitting in the cleanup spot here tonight, which is what he has done a lot against left-handed pitching here this year, last night notwithstanding. Heffron drove in a couple of runs in the first game of this doubleheader. Runner on first with 1 out in the bottom of the first. No score yet between Jacksonville and Illinois State. And Sinisco comes home. George takes outside. Ball 3 on a breaking ball. Sinisco very aware of the running game. Scott DeBrule has stolen 2 of 3 attempts this year. But my goodness, he is he's a bit of a human rain delay out there on the mound. He sets again and is taking a lot of time in between pitches. Payoff pitch, and George chases away and strikes out. Fastball out and away, and George reaches for it, ends up K'ing for out number 2.
Catcher number 18.
And so it's up to Corey Heffron to try and extend this inning. Runner on first, 2 outs. So here is Corey Heffron climbing into the box. And a throw over to first to start the at-bat. Heffron will see a pitch now, and he takes a curveball at the top of the zone for a strike. Sinisco, long look to first, throws home the 0-1, grounded hard to the left side behind the bag, backhanded it behind the bag by Cermak, low throw to first, and it bounces into the glove of McCall where he picks it for out number 3. Good throw by Cermak to get the final out of the inning. And Jacksonville squanders an opportunity there in the first. We head to the second. No score yet between the Dolphins and the Redbirds. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
Calling all Little Dolphin fans, the Duncan Kids Club is back for the 2019-2020 season. This year you have the option to choose between our 2 memberships, the Dolphin Free Membership and the VIP Dolphin Club. Kids Club members must be in 8th grade or younger and will receive exclusive benefits, including access to home events, a t-shirt, a lanyard, and more. To learn more about membership benefits and to sign up, check out our Fan Zone tab on JUDolphins.com.
The Hampton Inn Oceanfront Jacksonville Beaches location is perfect for everything from a weekend getaway, a corporate conference, or even a beautiful beach wedding. Our heated lagoon-style pool with cascading waterfalls and rock grottos sets the mood for rest and relaxation. Our unique event space and full-service catering department offers everything you need for any special event. Join us at the Tides Beach Bar and Grill where you can enjoy the ocean breeze and your favorite libation. Call the Hampton Inn Oceanfront for more details at 904-241-2311.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots.
Number 15, Gunnar Peterson.
We head to the top of the second inning. Jacksonville and Illinois State scoreless. A rare time this year in which the Dolphins do not score in the first inning. And starting things off for Illinois State with a ground ball foul. Gunnar Peterson, the right fielder. He caught a piece of his foot on that one, and it's 0-1. Peterson, Ryan Cermak, and then Jake McCall here this inning. A swing and a miss on a changeup away from Peterson there. A ball, no balls, 2 strikes to the Illinois State leadoff man here in the second.
Throw strikes. Throw strikes. I would rather throw him twice in one day.
A high fly ball that is tailing to the left side, giving chase over there, sliding. Did he make the catch, Anthony George? No, it does not look like he was able to hold on. He disappeared out of my sight just beyond the dugout there down the left field line, and Manny Salazar was sprinting over there with him. He disappeared as well. Looked like a black hole. It sucked them both up, but
Not much.
they come out, and we'll try this one again. Still 0-2. The count on Peterson after that foul ball. Good effort by George getting over there, sliding into the warning track area. Santana shakes off a couple of signs before he gets the one he wants. Deals another 0-2 pitch and misses with a fastball high. Pitch delivered and fouled over to the right side. Still a 1-2 count as Peterson is battling at the plate here in his first at-bat. You had to figure Illinois State, a very good team, was not going to come out and get 3 hit and 1 run and lose by 15 again here tonight. The 1-2 down in the dirt, and Peterson lays off for ball 2. And so Jacksonville's just got to make sure that they don't overlook a team like this. You win 2 in a row. You feel good about a win earlier today. You know you just beat these guys handily last night. But every game is unique in college baseball and must be treated as an individual entity. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. Perfectly placed fastball in the inner half by Tyler Santana, and he has fanned the last 2. That one looking.
Third baseman number 21, Ryan Cermak.
Santana picks up his 15th strikeout of the season, and here is Ryan Cermak, the third baseman, with the bases empty and 1 out. First pitch to the right-handed swinging third baseman is down and outside with a fastball for ball 1. Cermak, the freshman from Riverside, Illinois, also a pitcher, listed as a shortstop on the roster, playing third tonight, the 1-0. Breaking ball in there for his strike. Cermak, a Riverside Brookfield High School product. Hitting 171 in his freshman campaign. Swing and a miss at a slider away, and he's behind 1-2. But you can see part of the reason why he's out there. I mean, the tremendous defensive play he made to end the first inning. Behind the bag at third, had to make a long, accurate throw, and he did. The 1-2. Did he go around? An appeal to first on a check swing? He did not. Kevin Flay says he held up. A pretty good pitch there from Tyler Santana. Close to being a called strike if it hadn't been a swinging strike, but instead Cermak gets another chance. Bases empty, 1 out. No score. Time called. Cermak wants to step out. And Santana comes home with the 2-2, a fastball that has popped up and out of play to the right side. Santana, hands over the head, kicks and deals, another 2-2 pitch. Cermak bounces this one up the middle to his left. Jalila fields it, throws on to first, and beats the speedy Cermak by a step. Cermak ran his way out of his helmet going up the line so fast. But Jalila showing off the arm strength to get out number 2.
First baseman number 20.
2 gone, nobody on, and Jake McCall, the first baseman, climbing into the box for the first time tonight. The sophomore, just 5 of 31 in the young season, making his 10th start of the year. McCall did not play in Game 1 yesterday against VCU as the first pitch is taken outside, a changeup for ball 1. He did get the start at first against Jacksonville last night, had 1 of the 3 hits for Illinois State. "1-0 coming from Santana, and that is popped up to the right side and over the head of DeBrule into shallow right field. A jam shot into right, and a base hit for Jake McCall. And the Redbirds have a base runner here in the second with 2 outs.
Catcher number 8, Tyson
Here comes the catcher, Tyson Hayes. Hayes did not start against Jacksonville last night. He caught the first game of the doubleheader yesterday, went 1 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. The junior, 7 for 35 this season, making his 10th start. An even 200 batting average. First pitch, ground ball up the middle. Jalila sliding stop, backhands it up, throwing to first, and he sails it over the Illinois State dugout. It caroms off the wall. Southern's up with it, throws down to second, and they've got Hayes dead to rights. DeBrule tags him out before the run can come across to score, and Jacksonville gets out of the inning thanks to a fortuitous hop on the overthrow from Dakota Jalila. So the throwing error, no harm, no foul for Dakota Jalila, and the inning comes to a close. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second. Jacksonville bringing Southern Moffitt and Duncan Hunter to the plate when we return. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You've come to the right place.
Hi, I'm Mark Brunell, and I want to welcome you to Hodges Mazda at the Avenues. Here at Hodges Mazda, we believe the vehicle sale is just the beginning of our commitment to you. We want you to enjoy a long-lasting ownership experience. Our factory-trained technicians are here to guarantee top-notch service in a timely manner. In addition, when you buy from Hodges Mazda, you'll receive your first oil change on us, and you'll receive free car washes for life. That's the Hodges Mazda guarantee. Visit us online today at hodgesmazda.com.
Scoreless game as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Jacob Southern leading it off for Jacksonville. He was part of an interesting play to end the top half of this inning, in which he caught a high throw from Dakota Jalila that banged right off of the fence in front of the Illinois State dugout. Picked up the baseball, threw down to second, and that ended up being the final out of the inning. After Hayes had singled Tyson Hayes and then tried to stretch it into an extra base after Jalila's throw sailed over Southern's head. He takes a strike to start the at-bat from Sean Sinisco. The left-hander comes home, and Southern grounds one over the bag at third. That's a fair ball rolling into the left field corner. Southern digging for two as Blackford goes to dig it out, and he cruises into second base with a leadoff stand-up double. Second straight inning that the Dolphins have had a two-bagger to start off the frame. For Jacob Southern, who doubled in game one of this doubleheader as well, an RBI double. He now has 12 hits this year, 6 doubles, 9 of his 12 hits are for extra bases. Tell you what, this team can slug. Here is Stephen Moffitt, designated hitter here in game two after starting at third base in game one with a chance to drive in the first run of the ballgame. Runner at second base with nobody out for Jacksonville, who missed a chance to score here in the first in a similar situation. First pitch fastball at the knees to Moffitt for a strike. Southern, who runs pretty well, down at second base. And showing bunt, Moffitt pulls the bat back on a pitch that is called a strike. Nothing in two, the count on Moffitt, who will try and battle here against Sinisco. I'll look back to second for the freshman southpaw. He kicks and deals the 0-2 pitch, and Moffitt takes down and outside. 4-1 at 76. Southern takes his lead off second base. Nobody out here in the second inning as Jacksonville tries to get on the board first. Sinisco delivered in between pitches. Kicks and fires the 1-2, and Moffitt just gets a piece of it to stay alive. If Jacksonville consistently gets base runners on here tonight, folks, we may be setting the clocks back an hour while this game's still going on. Well, we spring forward an hour, with daylight savings time starting here tonight. The 1-2 outside for ball 2. So that is my friendly reminder to you to set those clocks forward. How many people actually still have clocks that they manually set forward? That is a valid question. I have a couple in my apartment. I have a one-bedroom apartment. I have three manual clocks if you count the microwave. I have a microwave, an old-fashioned clock. It's a manual clock that actually chimes on the hour. My mom gave it to me because she didn't want it anymore, so I've got it now. And then I've got an alarm clock by my bed. And a couple of watches I'll have to adjust over the course of the next several days as well. 2-2 to Moffitt, and he lays off a fastball high and away. He has worked the count back full after falling behind 0-2 to start the at-bat. Runner at second base with nobody out here in the second. Sinisco looks back to second base. Comes home with the payoff pitch to Moffitt, who grounds it to the left side. Hops into the glove of Cermak, who throws across the diamond after looking Southern back to second base for out number 1. So now 1 out. Still a runner at second base, Jacob Southern. And here is Duncan Hunter, getting the start here tonight in right, his 7th start of the season. He is just 1 for 18 so far this year, the junior from Tampa, Florida. Trying to get going here at the plate. This will be a great time for hit number 2. Sinisco's first offering to Hunter, and it's a fastball down in the dirt. Hayes sheds the mask as he tracks it down as it rolls back onto the diamond, and no chance for Southern to advance any further. Sinisco has given up 2 hits in this game, both doubles. Trying to find a way to recreate what he did in the first, and that is strand a man in scoring position. Well, he used a little defense to help him out, actually, and forcing out the run at home on a ground out back in the first. Huggins darts over to the bag at second, and Southern tags back up. The 1-0 to Hunter. Squares the bunt. Pulls the bat back on a breaking ball that misses away. 2 balls, no strikes to Duncan Hunter. Sinisco deals the 2-0. And Hunter laces that one foul to the right side and out of play.
Cheddar's foul.
Two balls and a strike on the Jacksonville right fielders. Jacob Southern led off this inning with a double. It is still standing down at second base. Sinisco comes home with the 2-1, and Southern shoots one, nearly taking out Coach Depew down at first. Good reflexes, Morgan. Ducking out of the way of that one. Another foul ball off the bat of Hunter, and it's 2-2. That's why they wear helmets these days. And you got to look alive. On a chilly night, too, you expect the reflexes maybe to be slightly delayed. Good move there by Morgan. The 2-2 to Hunter. Breaking ball hit toward the third baseman, and it hops up over the glove of Cermak into left field. Southern moves down to third, and that is a single for Duncan Hunter with a little bit of help from the infield dirt. The only way Cermak fields that baseball if he loses all of his teeth.
Left fielder number 32, Langston Proven.
Runners at the corners with one out for Jacksonville. Good chance for Langston Proven to drive in a run. First pitch to Provitt, well outside for ball one. Provitt is starting his 9th game this season. The senior transfer from St. John's River State College, a grad transfer actually. 5 for 26 this year, has driven in 4. Trying to put Jacksonville on top here in the bottom of the 2nd inning in a scoreless game. The 1-0. And Provitt takes down and in with the breaking ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Signs being flashed from Coach Hayes. Provitt back into the box. Starting here in Game 2 after getting the first game off. Appeared late in yesterday's game, and he lifts one high into the air, carrying into right center field on his horse gains, going back, and he makes the catch in the gap. But tagging up and coming home, Jacob Southern, a sacrifice fly from Langston Provitt, and Jacksonville leads 1-0. That ball had a lot of lift and carry on it. Really good job of the center fielder Gaines covering a ton of ground to get out there to make the catch. But Provitt,
Shortstop number 2,
with the sacrifice fly, drives in his 5th of the year. And Jacksonville this time able to turn a leadoff double into a run. 2 outs, runner at first base, and here is Dakota Jalila. First chance to swing it here today. First game of the doubleheader, Jalila went 1 for 4 with a single to right field. And Hunter tags up on a check over to first. Hunter did a nice job on the base paths last year for Jacksonville as he stole 7 of 9 bases attempted. First pitch to Dakota Jalila, off speed for a strike on the outside edge. Sinisco already at 36 pitches on the ball game as we work here in the 2nd. The Illinois State starter did not make it out of the 3rd inning last night against Jacksonville. The 0-1. And Hunter takes inside with a breaking ball. It's blocked well by Hayes, and no chance for Hunter to advance. Hunter retakes his lead, 2 outs, 1-0 Jacksonville, and a 1-1 count on the 9-hitter Dakota Jalila. Sinisco deals. And Jalila grounds one over to the left side. Cermak comes up with this one, spinning, throwing over to first. Long stretch for McCall to his left, but he keeps the toe on for the final out of the inning. We head to the 3rd. Jacksonville on top, 1-0, thanks to the RBI single from, or the sacrifice fly, from Langston Provitt to put Jacksonville on the board first. Dolphins score first for the 11th time this year. We head to the 3rd, and Tyler Santana back out to the mound, now pitching with a lead.
Folks, the First Coast has voted. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is proud to be chosen as Bold City's best in the orthopedic practice and physical therapy and rehab center categories. For the last 25 years, JOI has continually strived for the highest level of orthopedic surgery and rehab care. As the needs of the community evolve, so will they. That's why coaches, parents, and athletes choose JOI. Call them at JOI 2000 or visit JOI.net. Go where the pros go.
Hi, I'm Mark Brunell, and I want to welcome you to Hodges Mazda at the Avenues. Here at Hodges Mazda, we strive to ensure a satisfying and comfortable car buying experience. Whether you're looking for a brand new Mazda or a pre-owned vehicle, we have a great selection to choose from. Hodges Mazda wants to provide you with peace of mind. If you find the same new Mazda for less within 3 days, Hodges Mazda will pay you the difference or your money back. That's the Hodges Mazda guarantee. Visit us online today at HodgesMazda.com.
One 0 Jacksonville as we head to the third inning. The JU Dolphins would like to thank the team behind the team, Baptist Health, proud to be the official healthcare provider of Jacksonville University Athletics. Baptist Health, changing healthcare for good. The 9-hitter Jeremy Gaines leads things off for Illinois State here in the third, working against Tyler Santana. Shows bunt, takes a fastball up and in near the chin. And it is ball one. Gaines took away what would have been extra bases for Langston Provid. Turned into a sacrifice fly anyway to put Jacksonville on top in the bottom of the second inning, but he covered a lot of ground to get to the gap. The 1-0 is fouled off. The 1-1 pitch, and Santana bends in a curveball nicely on the inner half, but doesn't get the call. 2-1 to Gaines with the top of the order awaiting on deck for Illinois State. Braden Blackford, who already has a hit here tonight. One of the 4 for the Redbirds in time called by Gaines right as Santana started his motion. Comes home with a fastball and misses down and away. 3 balls, no strikes on Jeremy Gaines. Santana trying to avoid issuing his first walk of the night. And he misses away on another fastball attempt and a leadoff walk to Jeremy Gaines. And here comes the top of the order.
Left fielder number 3, Braden Blackford.
So here's Braden Blackford, who singled his first time up, ended up being picked off for the second out of the inning. And he swings and misses. At the first pitch he sees here in this at-bat, his second of the night. Gaines takes his lead off first. And Blackford swings and misses again at a 79-mile-an-hour pitch downstairs, and he's behind 0-2. Blackford standing in. Gaines at first base, 0 for 1 on stolen bases this year. The 0-2. And Santana tries to get Blackford to chase down and away, but that one's taken for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Blackford. And a check over to first, a low throw dug out by Southern. On a quick move by Tyler Santana. Jacksonville now has 6 pickoffs as a team this year. 1-2, hit on the ground to the right side. DeBruyne laying out, can't get there. Trying to go first to third. Gaines puts on the brakes. Jalila lets it go by as he feigns the tag. It gets all the way into Anthony George down at third on the throw from Duncan Hunter, and that single puts runners at first and second with nobody out here in the third. Illinois State threatening against Jacksonville, who lead 1-0. Two-hit night for Braden Blackford at the top of the order. Matching his performance in the first half of the doubleheader yesterday, he now has 5 hits here on the weekend. And here is Aiden Huggins, who is 0 for 3 against Jacksonville in 2 games. Expecting a bunt, the infield is lined up in at the corners with nobody out and 2 men on, and time called by Huggins. So far this year, he's laid down 1 sacrifice hit. And he squares the bunt and fouls off the first pitch, catching a piece of the catcher Corey Heffron in the process. Heffron up, favoring his right leg a little bit. And he'll slowly limp back toward his spot behind the dish. Home plate umpire Landon Davis hand delivers a baseball to Tyler Santana as a courtesy to allow Heffron to try and work the pain out a little bit. Huggins flew out to right field his first time up. Runners at first and second with nobody out here in the third. 1-0, Jacksonville on top. Squaring to bunt again already, here is Huggins. Santana comes home, and he pulls the bat back on a slider that just missed away. Huggins hitting .297 on the year. Being asked to move the runners over here for Illinois State. Ball and a strike to count on the second baseman. Santana delivers the 1-1, and Huggins swings and misses at a fastball past him. So the bunt play, which was on the first 2 pitches of the at-bat, comes off, and Huggins can't catch up with the fastball. He's behind 1-2. And I doubt we'll see that bunt come back on here unless head coach Steve Holm really feels like he's got his best bunter up here at the plate. That first effort was not the greatest, as he was not able to get it down. Ball and 2 strikes. Santana delivers, and Huggins lays off another breaking ball that just misses low. Two balls, 2 strikes on Huggins. This game has had a lot of deliberate motion moments already here, and we're only in the top of the third. Base runners in every innings for both teams. 2-2, and he strikes him out looking. Santana with an excellent breaking ball, and he picks up his 3rd strikeout of the night. And that is the first out of the third. Second time he's frozen up a batter here tonight. Here comes Jordan Libman. He is 1 for 1 tonight with a single. Runners at first and second, 1 out. And the lefty Libman digging in the DH. Santana deals and paints the outside corner at 81. Like a changeup away there from Santana, from the lefty. Defense playing Libman to pull. The 0-1. And a fastball stays upstairs. The senior Libman with the chance here to drive in a run as he takes a fastball down to the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Libman from Glenview, Illinois. Hitting .295 this year with 4 driven in. RBI opportunity, the 2-1, and he knocks one foul to the left side and out of play.
It's another Cheddar's foul ball.
Libman started all 62 games for the Redbirds last year. DH or a left fielder. In every game that he appeared in last season, he's been the designated hitter each game here so far this weekend for Illinois State. Hit just a hair under 300 last year, .299. The 2-2. And he pokes this one back up the middle, nearly taking the head off Santana. Rounding third, Gaines heading home. Samayan throws into the cutoff man, and we are tied at 1 on an RBI single from Jordan Libman.
Shortstop.
Blackford advanced down to second on the play. Now still runners at first and second with 1 out in a tie ball game. And Joe Butler, the shortstop, climbing in. He struck out his first time up. That ended the first. Closed stance from the right side for Butler. Santana has a strikeout so far this inning, but looking for a second out here. First pitch. And that's a ground ball down toward third base, but it bounces foul. Coach Holm able to come up with that one cleanly down at third. Much to the delight of his dugout, in fact. It was all up on the railing. They're already feeling a lot better than they did last night, as we got a ball game here in the third. The 0-1. Bunt shown. Butler pulls the bat back. Called strike anyway on a fastball in the outside corner, and it's 0-2. By the third inning last night, this game was out of reach. Jacksonville played at 8, and it was 10-0 after 3. Here we are in the top half of the third here in this one, and it's a 1-1 game. 0-2 pitch, fastball called strike 3 at the letters. 93 on the gun for Tyler Santana, who has his 4th strikeout of the night. Third looking, second this inning.
Right fielder number 15, Gunnar Peterson.
So runners at first and second, and Santana looking for this final out of the inning to try and keep the game tied. Gunnar Peterson struck out looking his first time up. He sets and delivers, and Peterson golfs one down the right field line, but that one hooks foul.
That's another Cheddar's foul ball.
Santana, he'll give up hits. When he's at his best, he is scattering hits. And so far, 6 hits for Illinois State here tonight have doubled their hit total from the entire game last night. 1 run to show for it, Santana trying to keep it that way. He has not allowed less than 7 hits in a game this year. Well, that was against West Virginia. Only allowed 2 runs on those 7 hits, struck out 6. That's the kind of start that you're looking for out of Tyler Santana. The 0-1. And Peterson bouncing ball back up the middle, and it gets through into center field. Rounding third and heading home, Blackford. Going first to third is Libman. And at 2-1, Illinois State leads for the first time against Jacksonville this weekend on the RBI single from Gunnar Peterson. And the inning continues with 2 outs, runners in the corners.
Cermak.
And Illinois State with a 2-1 advantage. And Ryan Cermak stands in 0 for 1 here tonight. 7 hits for Illinois State through 2 2/3. Down at third base, Jordan Libman. Gunnar Peterson at first. Both of them have knocked in runs here this inning. First pitch of the righty swinging Cermak. And he locates in with the breaking ball for strike 1. And the 0-1 is fouled off on another breaking ball just off the end of the bat from Cermak. Santana quickly ahead 0-2 on Cermak, trying to put him away here with runners at the corners and 2 outs. He deals to the freshman, who pops this one up high and deep into left center field. Samayan ranging over from center, and he calls off Provit for the final out of the inning. But the Redbirds string together a handful of hits after the leadoff walk and push across 2 to take the lead. 2-1, Illinois State on top as we head to the bottom of the third. Top of the order due up for Jacksonville when we return. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
This is Stephen Lucy, team physician for Jacksonville University. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute are the team behind your team, serving as the official sports medicine provider for Jacksonville University. JOI offers a complete range of orthopedic care and rehabilitation services to keep the Dolphins on the field and in the game. Don't you want to go where the pros go? Visit JOI.net or call JOI 2000 for more information.
To stay on top of your game, it's important to take good care of yourself. And that's exactly what Baptist Primary Care doctors specialize in, helping you know the score when it comes to your health. And with more than 1,400 physicians in our network, Baptist Primary Care is your direct link to all of Baptist Health. To establish a relationship with a Baptist Primary Care doctor near you, call 202-CARE. Baptist Health, proud to be the official healthcare provider for JU Athletics.
Bottom of the third inning for the first time this weekend. Jacksonville finds themselves behind on the scoreboard. 2-1, Illinois State leads Jacksonville. And Ruben Samayan in the top of the order coming to the plate for Jacksonville here in the third, working against Sean Sinisco, the freshman left-hander. Has thrown 38 pitches so far in this one, has allowed 1 run on 3 hits. He sets and deals, and Samayan takes a first pitch fastball for a strike. Samayan doubled to left field his first time up. His second double of the day and his third of the year. Ruben had a couple of hits last night. Oh, 1 hit last night, against Illinois State, the 0-1. And he's late on an 85-mile-an-hour pitch up in the zone. 0-2 on the Jacksonville center fielder, whose average is up to 298 after his double in the first inning. Hovering right around 300 for most of the season. The 0-2. And Sinisco strikes out. Samayan looking as he paints the outside corner at 88. For the first time all night, the leadoff man does not reach for Jacksonville.
Second baseman, number 3, Scott DeBruhl.
That is the second strikeout of the night for Sinisco. And for the freshman, that is his 13th of the year. He misses downstairs to Scott DeBruhl to start the at-bat. Sinisco has not walked a batter yet here tonight. He does not do that very often. Has issued just 1 free pass in 18 2/3 innings. The 1-0 to DeBruhl. And he locates on the outside edge at 82 for a strike. Sinisco is making his 4th start of the season as a freshman. Has been pretty effective here so far. The 1-1 lined right at the third baseman, Cermak, and he robs DeBruhl for out number 2. Two outs, and the base is empty. Here comes Anthony George to the plate.
Anthony George.
George struck out his first time up. Had a heck of a night against Illinois State last night, going 3 for 5 with a pair of doubles, driving in 5 runs. Earlier tonight, he went 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. Sinisco kicks and fires, and a first pitch breaking ball at the top of the zone called a strike. Sinisco working through the order for the second time here tonight. Jacksonville trying to answer back after giving up the lead here in the top half of this inning. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss on what looked like a changeup up and in on George. Fooled on that one. Sinisco, with nobody on, is content to work much quicker here right now. George calls time, steps out, back into the box, and Sinisco's ready. The 0-2 pitch. And George lifts one in the air down the right field line, but drifting foul. Lands into the visiting bullpen, which is currently vacant. A far cry from last night's game, in which there was early and often action down there in that visiting bullpen. Illinois State used 6 pitchers as George takes the ball at 88. Redbirds played 2 yesterday, and this is their first game of the day, their last game of the weekend, the 1-2 to George, and that is a curveball away for ball 2. Very close pitch there from Sinisco, but a catcher's eye from Anthony George as he lays off of it and is taken for a ball. Base is empty, 2 outs. 2-1 Illinois State at the bottom of the third. George has worked his way back into this one, the pitch, and he rips one toward the hole at short, and it bounces its way through into left field, Anthony George with another hit. That is hit number 4 against Illinois State in 2 games for George. And Jacksonville gets a 2-out base runner here in the third. Corey Heffron coming to the plate 0 for 1.
Corey Heffron.
Dolphins managed to take advantage of a 2-out base hit last game. It gave JU a little insurance late in that contest when Christian Coypel had a 1-out single and Jacob Southern drove him in on a double to left center. Here's Heffron now, and he thinks about but will not offer at an off-speed pitch away, taken for a strike. Anthony George on first base after he collected Jacksonville's 4th hit of the ballgame. A combined 11 hits already in this one. There were 15 in all of last night's game, the 0-1. And a curveball taken for a strike. 0-2 on Corey Heffron. Runner on first, 2 outs. Heffron calls time, steps out, now back in. Awaiting the 53rd pitch of the night from Sean Sinisco. He comes home with it, and it's down and outside at 80 for ball 1. Fans that have stuck around for the Dolphins and those that have arrived here for Illinois State are wearing multiple layers out there here tonight as the temperature continues to drop here in the banks of the St. Johns River. A throw over to first to check on George. He's back in safely. Always feels a little bit cooler when you've got that river breeze blowing in. George jumps out there, kind of teasing with Sinisco a little, who comes home. Heffron, hard ground ball to the left side again, but Cermak up with it one more time. Long throw across the diamond in time, and that ends the inning. Cermak has been a busy man over at the hot corner here tonight. He ends an inning for the 3rd straight time on a 5-3 putout. 2-1, Illinois State leads it. We head to the 4th. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
Is hip or knee pain getting in the way of doing the things you love? Waiting to see the doctor could be making your condition worse. If you've had any of the 5 hip or knee symptoms that shouldn't be ignored, like pain or discomfort while sitting, driving, walking, exercising, or even sleeping, and haven't found relief from anti-inflammatory medicine, It's time to see the specialists at Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our physicians offer new and innovative treatments for hip and knee pain. And the doctors at JOI are Jacksonville's most experienced at using Makoplasty, a state-of-the-art surgical technique that harnesses robotic technology for precision placement of hip and knee implants. Don't live with hip or knee pain a moment longer. Make an appointment today with a hip and knee specialist from Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Call 904-JOI-2000. That's 904-564-2000.
To the fourth inning we go. 2-1 Illinois State on top of Jacksonville. Tyler Santana back out to the bump as the Dolphins try to keep this one a one-run game. Say that one 5 times fast. Already a close one played by Jacksonville earlier today. The Dolphins prevailed in a 4-2 win over VCU for a second straight W. And a win in 3 of their last 4. Also 4 of the last 6. Leading things off for the Redbirds here in the fourth, Jake McCall, the first baseman, is 7-8-9 are due up for Illinois State. First pitch from Santana here in the fourth. He catches the outside corner with the sinking fastball. Santana, that was his 60th pitch of the night. The 0-1 grounded to the right side, and that sneaks through between the first and second baseman. Another base hit for Illinois State, who are just finding the gaps right now. But then a big turnaround first, and for some reason McCall got fooled by Hunter and is thrown out. So Hunter came charging in, scooped it up, and tossed it in quickly to Southern, who snuck behind. And so Hunter went into Southern, who almost went like a catcher back behind, snuck in after the big turn, fielded it, and then tossed over to Jalila, who eventually tagged him out. And that is how the first out is recorded after the single for Jake McCall. Here is Tyson Hayes. First pitch misses. And that is the second bizarre putout of the night for Jacksonville, the 1-0. On a breaking ball that misses low, it's 2 balls and no strikes to Hayes. Hayes was the victim of one earlier this game when he hit a single down to shortstop. Jalila spinning, throwing onto first, sailed it over the head of Southern. It bounced off of the wall as the 2-0 pitch is lined back up the middle, just past the glove of Santana. And another base hit for Illinois State. Hayes will take a turnaround first, but he will retreat back this time. And that is the 9th hit of the ball game for Illinois State.
Center fielder number 2, Jeremy Gaines.
After that ball bounced off the fence the first time that Hayes had the single, Southern picked it up off the carom, tossed down to second base, and they retired Hayes on his way to second. That ended the inning. Runner at first, 1 out here in the top of the fourth. And Jeremy Gaines, who walked and scored the first run of the game, swings at the first pitch and shoots this one down the right field line. This one is carrying, and it is rolling into the corner, a fair ball. Rounding third and heading home, Tyson Hayes. The throw from Hunter, picked up by DeBrule, who throws down to third, not in time. And an RBI triple for Jeremy Gaines. And Illinois State adds to the lead. It's now 3-1. 3 straight hits for Illinois State here to start the fourth.
Left fielder number 3, Braden Blackford.
They have 10 hits here tonight. And with that, there goes Jagger McCoy and a host of others down to the bullpen for Jacksonville. Santana sitting at 65 pitches on the night. He has allowed 3 runs on 10 hits. A runner at third with 1 out here in the fourth. And the top of the order, Braden Blackford, who takes a first pitch 86-mile-an-hour ball down and outside. Blackford tonight already 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Now the 1-0. Check swing on a slider in the inner half, called a strike. They are shading Blackford toward left field. Now the infield comes charging in. The 1-1 pitch. And it is grounded right at Southern. He scoops it, looks the runner back, takes it over to first to get the outs. A really nice play made by Jacob Southern, who has made a handful of very nice plays over at first base tonight. That ball on a bit of an in-between hop as he charged it, and he just went in with 2 hands and made sure he secured it. And it gets the out. Perfect timing for the infield to come in. 2 outs, runner at third, and here is Aiden Huggins, who's 0 for 2 tonight. The righty bat watches the first pitch slider miss down and outside for ball 1. Standing down at third, Jeremy Gaines, the 9-hitter who hit a triple to drive in a run a few batters ago. The 1-0. And that is another slider away for ball 2. For Gaines, that is his 3rd triple of the year on his 9th hit of the season. Another guy who gets the most out of his base hits. He has 9 hits, 5 of them for extra bases, 2 doubles and 3 triples. Good speed for the center fielder. The 2-0. Santana paints the outside corner at 91. Santana trying to strand a man down at third. And considering how this inning started, it would be a major win to only give up 1 run here. Be a big spot. The 2-1. And he locates again with a fastball at the letters for strike 2. Santana trying to battle back here. Strand a man at third. And maybe switch the momentum a little bit back toward the Jacksonville dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gaines takes his lead off third. Santana delivers. Did he go around? He did on a slider away, and Santana with a strikeout of Huggins to end the inning. And Strand Gaines down at third. So 3 hits that inning for Illinois State, including a triple, but they get just 1 run out of it. Santana picks up his 5th strikeout of the ballgame to end the inning. And Jacksonville finds themselves trailing 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Southern, Moffitt, Hunter due up for Jacksonville. You're listening to JU Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute offers 9 convenient rehab centers with exemplary staff specifically trained to help you recover from a muscle, bone, or joint injury or surgery. JOI Rehab athletic trainers are on more than a dozen Northeast Florida athletic fields, including Jacksonville University, to provide important one-to-one care for high school and college athletes, ensuring their safety and good health. JOI, exclusive sports medicine provider for Bishop Kenny Athletics, JU, the Jacksonville Sharks, and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
With over 25 years of insurance-related auto accident and personal injury experience, the law offices of George Hunter, PA have the experience and knowledge when you need it most. For others, it's just business. For us, it's personal. Call us today at 1-833-221-HURT. The law offices of George Hunter, PA, a proud partner of Jacksonville University Athletics.
First baseman number 33, Jacob Southern.
Jacob Southern leads off the bottom of the 4th for Jacksonville, working against Sean Sinisco here. 3-1, Illinois State on top. And the lefty kicks in, fires his first pitch, and a big swing and a miss on a curveball from Sinisco to Southern, who doubled his first time up, came in to score the lone run of the game for Jacksonville. For Jacob, that was his 6th double of the season. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss on a fastball away. 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and Sinisco making quick work of Jacob Southern, putting him down on 3 pitches for out number 1 here in the 4th. And the 3rd strikeout of the night for the freshman southpaw.
Designated hitter number 7, Stephen Moffitt.
First pitch to Stephen Moffitt misses outside with a fastball for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch just catches the inside corner with some heat. And the count evens on Moffitt, who's 0 for 1 today with a ground out to 3rd. Moffitt hitting just 148 this year, as he takes another pitch that just clips the inside corner for a strike. Moffitt not exactly pleased with how the last 2 that he felt were inside were called. His on-base percentage, however, .425, as he has walked a team-high 11 times this season. The 1-2, and that is a fastball up and in for ball 2. So you could say that Moffitt has displayed a pretty good batting eye here in his first season with Jacksonville, the junior college transfer from Gulf Coast State College. Sinisco's 2-2 pitch. And Moffitt inside outs, one down the right field line. This could be trouble. It falls on the... No, they're saying a foul ball. Boy, looked like it grabbed chalk down the right field line, but Flay throws the hands up. The first base umpire and said that missed by a matter of, millimeters maybe? Can't have been much. Would have been extra bases for Moffitt instead. He has to make the slow walk back to the plate, scoop up his bat, and dig back in. Another 2-2, and Moffitt turns on this one, but he lines right out to left field as Blackford doesn't have to move to make the catch. Out number 2. So after giving up a couple of doubles to lead off innings in successive innings, the first and the second, Sinisco has settled down. He's allowed just 4 hits here tonight. And 1 run. Here is Duncan Hunter. Singled his first time up. First pitch he sees, a swing and a miss on a fastball away. The 0-1. And Hunter laid on a fastball up in the zone. That one dialed up to 91 that time. Sinisco comes home with the 0-2 and misses upstairs with a fastball that Hunter does not offer at. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Jacksonville right fielder. Had a nice play out in right field last inning in which he threw back behind a hitter and got him out. 1-2, and Hunter strikes out looking on a curveball away, and that ends the inning. Back 2 strikeouts in that frame for Sean Sinisco, bookending a 1-2-3 fourth, and Illinois State takes a 3-1 lead into the 5th. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
904-236-6058. Your local Napa Auto Care Center is independently owned, operates by a written code of ethics, and provides service you can trust. Put your vehicle in the care of ASE certified technicians in your neighborhood. They're backed by Napa. Quality parts, national warranties. That's Napa know-how. Your Napa Auto Care Center might just be the treated me fairly, I love those guys place you've been looking for your vehicle. Stop by today at
jacksnapa.com.
Well, I had to get a job today. The fishing life just didn't pay. Now since Seabass figured out what freezing fresh was all about, so now we've laid our boats to rest and raise a toast to Seabass. Seabass, Seabass, you just won't find a fresher catch. Seabass, Seabass, darn fine seafood frozen fresh.
Seabest is frozen at its freshest and brought to you by Beaver Street Fisheries. There's seafood, then there's Seabest.
the fifth inning we go. 3-1 Illinois State on top. And they bring 3, 4, and 5 to the plate here this inning. Starting things off, Jordan Libman, the DH. He is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles off of Tyler Santana here tonight, who is back out on the mound for Jacksonville to start the fifth. 74th pitch of the night upcoming for Santana as Jagger McCoy continues to get loose for the Dolphins down in the pen. First pitch in, and Libman lofts one foul to the left side and out of play. You could tell that he is pretty dialed in, though, the way he is seeing the baseball out of the hands of Santana. That was an aggressive first swing. Libman hitting .311 now this year with his 2 hits here tonight. The 0-1. And Santana locates a changeup on the outside edge for strike 2. Santana with the glove in front of his face, gets the signs out of the windup, delivers, and Libman strikes out swinging on a sinking fastball low. And Santana gets the best of Libman the third time around. Sixth strikeout of the night for Santana. That matches a season high for the senior right-hander who had 6 against both West Virginia and Southeastern Louisiana. Here comes Joe Butler. He has been a strikeout victim twice tonight. And the first pitch he sees is a fastball on the outside edge for a strike. Butler struck out swinging in the first, looking in the third. Bases empty, 1 out, 3-1 Illinois State in the fifth. The 0-1. Fastball that looked like a strike but dropped by Corey Heffron. And no benefit of the doubt there from Landon Davis, the home plate umpire. Ball and a strike. And there's a strike located at the knees at 75. As Santana has worked ahead now of Butler again, 1-2. Butler awaits the 1-2 pitch. Santana kicks and deals. And a breaking ball just fouled off by Butler. Had to lengthen that swing significantly just to get a piece of it. Another nice looking slider from Tyler Santana. He has thrown 80 pitches now tonight. Another 1-2 to Butler. And it's a fastball down and away for ball 2. Butler, after stepping out, climbs back in. Close stance from the right side for Butler. The 2-2 from Santana. And he tries a fastball away again, but misses away, now a full count. This is not something we have seen a lot of here tonight. Just the second count worked full against Tyler Santana, and the first since the first inning. Illinois State has been aggressive early in counts throughout much of the night. And have 10 hits and 3 runs to show for it. Santana trying to put Butler away for the third time here this evening. He winds and delivers. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed. Got him with a big breaking ball. And back-to-back strikeouts for Santana, who has a new season high of 7.
Right fielder number 15, Gunnar Peterson.
2 gone, nobody on in the top of the fifth. And here comes Gunnar Peterson, who is 1 for 2 today with a single. Drove in a run back in the third, also struck out looking in the second. Peterson steps in. Santana now steps off. Wipes the right hand down on his pant leg before climbing back onto the rubber. Into his motion and delivers. And a first pitch curveball on the outside corner called strike 1. And Santana has really done a nice job here over the last inning and a half of leading with the breaking balls again as he did early in this game. The 0-1. Comes back with a fastball and runs it a little too far in, brushing the lefty Peterson off the plate. Ball and a strike. Santana starts his motion, but time granted at the last possible moment to Peterson. And he steps out again. Santana looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. The 1-1 to Peterson. And he tries a changeup away, but it misses a little low. 2 balls and a strike. The right fielder moves ahead. Santana with a season-high 7 strikeouts here tonight. His career best is 10. Here's the 2-1 to Peterson. And a check swing on a ball down low. Misses for ball 3. Did he foul it off? No, they're appealing down to third and seeing if the check swing, did he go around? He did not. Look, that ball bounced really funny and got away from Heffron on a pretty normal-looking pitch. So it's 3-1, not 2-2. Santana comes home and a ground ball foul makes it 3-2 into the Illinois State dugout. Full count. Santana's 10 strikeouts came against Jacksonville State on February 22nd of 2019. Can he strike out the side here in the 5th? Bases empty, 2 outs. And again, Peterson granted time right as Santana was getting going, and Santana showing a little visible frustration. Now he sets, delivers the 3-2 pitch, and Peterson grounds one down to first, but it's off of the glove of Southern into right field. Taking off for second base, Peterson. Throw from Hunter is not in time, and he legs out a double. Gunnar Peterson digging out of the box the whole way, gets a 2-out double on a base hit to right field.
Third baseman number 21, Ryan.
Southern goes down to his left to try and field it and got a glove on it, but that ball was crushed by Peterson. And then he was able to exploit the Jacksonville defense for 2 bags. He's now in scoring position with 2 outs. Santana shifts to the stretch. Here is Ryan Cermak. And a ground ball over to the left side, foul to start the at-bat. Cermak tonight 0 for 2. A couple of nice defensive plays over at third base here this evening. Trying to drive in another run for Illinois State, who have scored runs in 2 consecutive innings prior to this. A 2 spot in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, lead 3-1. The 0-1 from Santana, and a curveball misses in. 11 hits for Illinois State tonight. Santana has thrown 91 pitches. This is most likely his last inning. Can he get through 5 and keep this one a 2-run game? He was able to strand a runner in scoring position last inning with a strikeout. The 1-1 to Cermak. And another breaking ball in there for a strike. He's ahead of the freshman third baseman again here. Cermak with a ground out to short and a fly out to center field to his credit so far here tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes with a runner at second base and 2 outs. The 1-2. Another breaking ball, slapped to the left side, deep into the hole at short, backhanded by Jalila. He rifles it into third, and they got the runner leaning. He's in between in a rundown. They go third down to the catcher, tagging out Heffron, and the 3rd major base running blunder of the night for Illinois State ends the inning. So again, aggressive on the base paths, helped Peterson out to get the double, but then he takes the turn around third as Jalila does an excellent job cutting down that baseball in shallow left and rifling it into George to end the inning. 3-1. It's still Illinois State on top as we head to the bottom of the fifth. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
This is Jacksonville women's basketball head coach Darnell Hayes. Shenatry Chiropractic is a proud sponsor of JU Athletics, located east of downtown in the Arlington neighborhood. Shenatry Chiropractic specializes in acupuncture for pain relief and sports performance. See how their quality chiropractic care can help with back pain, neck pain, auto accidents, sciatica, and more. For more information about Shenatry Chiropractic, please visit CHANATRYDC.com. Shenatry Chiropractic.
What do LeBron James, Mark Wahlberg, and JU's own Russell Knox all have in common? They're improving their athletic performance thanks to cryotherapy. Now you too can recover like the elite athletes at Cryotherapy Jax. It's Jacksonville's premier recovery center, providing cutting-edge therapy treatments including whole-body cryotherapy, Normatec, and red light therapy. For more information, check out cryotherapyjax.com.
Left fielder number 32, Langston Probit.
Langston Probit leads off the bottom of the fifth after Jacksonville gets another nice defensive play to get out of an inning, catching Illinois State being a little too aggressive on the base paths. And Sean Tanisco starts things off. A bunt put down by Probit rolling up the third base line, and it just rolls foul about a quarter of the way up. It died, but just to the left of the chalk. And Probit nearly snuck his way on with a leadoff bunt. And that is something that he has in his arsenal. We'll see if he can use it a little bit more here as the season goes on. And Probit watches a curveball miss outside for ball two. Jacksonville trailing by 2, 3-1, trying to rally here at home and make it 3 straight wins. And Probit watches a fastball at the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Langston Probit. Jalila on deck, top of the order in the hole, Ruben Samayan. The 1-2. A high pop-up, tailing into right field. Coming in on it, Peterson settles underneath, reaches up, makes the catch, out number 1 here in the fifth. So here comes Dakota Jalila, 0 for 1 here on the night. A hit earlier today.
Shortstop number 2, Dakota Jalila.
He had a hit last night as well. 2 hits so far this weekend. First pitch into Jalila, and it is a fastball down and in for ball 1. Cota with a great defensive play, ranging way to his right to keep a single from getting all the way out into left and then fired into third as the 1-0 is poked down the right field line. This one is drifting. It is tailing on the run Peterson, and it lands a couple of feet in front of him in foul territory for just strike number 1. So a nice job by Jalila as he got quickly to a baseball, hit off the bat of Ryan Cermak, cuts it down in the hole, and then Peterson rounding third after to give a look to home, ends up getting caught in a pickle. The 1-1. Bouncing ball back up the middle, charging in on the shortstop Butler, backhands, throws on to first, and there is 2 gone here in the fifth. So here is Ruben Samayan with 2 gone and nobody on here in the bottom of the fifth. Jacksonville trailing 3-1. Ruben doubled his first time up, struck out his second time to the plate. Ruben, a 2-hit game earlier today. Has 4 hits this weekend. First pitch, he shows bunt, pulls the bat back on a fastball that misses up high. Sean Sinisco at 75 pitches now on the night. No action yet in the Illinois State bullpen, the 1-0. And he locates on the outside corner at 87 for a strike. Well, the way this one started for Sinisco tonight, allowing leadoff base runners in each of the first 2 innings, laboring through those innings. He threw nearly 40 pitches to get through 2. You'd never thought that he'd be rolling like this. The 1-1 high and away for ball 2. But the freshman has really settled down. He has retired 6 consecutive Jacksonville batters. The 2-1 pitch. And Samayan watches another fastball miss low, and he's ahead 3-1. Trying to give Jacksonville a 2-out base runner here in the 5th and set up Scott DeBrule. Sinisco, the lefty, sets and comes home. 3-1 pitch, way high and off of the glove of Hayes. But it is ball 4, sending Ruben Samayan to first. Ruben walks for the 9th time this season. That is the first walk issued by Sean Sinisco here tonight. Complete polar opposite from last night for Illinois State, in which their pitching staff walked a total of 9 batters, and hit 3 additional. Runner on first, 2 outs. Scott DeBrule at the plate, and a first pitch swinging. Ground ball to the second baseman, scooped by Huggins, on to first, inning over. So Jacksonville gets a base runner to end the streak of consecutive Dolphins sat down here in the 5th, but nothing more. And we head to the 6th, still 3-1. Illinois State on top. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
Calling all little Dolphin fans, the Duncan Kids Club is back for the 2019-2020 season. This year you have the option to choose between our 2 memberships, the Dolphin Free Membership and the VIP Dolphin Club. Kids Club members must be in 8th grade or younger and will receive exclusive benefits, including access to home events, a t-shirt, a lanyard, and more. To learn more about membership benefits and to sign up, check out our Fan Zone tab on JUDolphins.com.
The Hampton Inn Oceanfront Jacksonville Beaches location is perfect for everything from a weekend getaway, a corporate conference, or even a beautiful beach wedding. Our heated lagoon-style pool with cascading waterfalls and rock grottos sets the mood for rest and relaxation. Our unique event space and full-service catering department offers everything you need for any special event. Join us at the Tides Beach Bar and Grill, where you can enjoy the ocean breeze and your favorite libation. Call the Hampton Inn Oceanfront for more details at 904-241-2311.
Yep. New pitcher into the ballgame for Jacksonville. Jagger McCoy takes over on the mound for JU here in the top of the 6th inning. Jacksonville trailing Illinois State 3-1. McCoy, the senior lefty, making his 7th appearance of the season. That is the most on this Jacksonville team. He has thrown 10 1/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 4 runs all earned, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks for the Boca Raton native. So McCoy relieves Tyler Santana, who goes 5 innings. He allows 3 runs on 12 hits. Sets a season high in strikeouts with 7, walks 1. And the Jacksonville offense being counted on to try and rally this one for now. McCoy just trying to keep it to a 2-run game. And really, you look at the 12 hits and you sit there and say, this game could be similar to last night, out of hand. Jacksonville had 12 hits all last night, scored 16 runs. But that's where, while Santana certainly gave up some hits here tonight, did a nice job in executing to limit the damage. And the Jacksonville defense has been pretty strong behind him as well. It also helps when you don't walk batters. Only one free pass issued by Santana, did not hit a batter. And what Illinois State did last night, the reason why they gave up so many runs despite only 12 hits, if you want to look at it that way, is the fact that they put countless Dolphins on for free. 7, 8, 9 due up here. Jake McCall leading it off. He is 2 for 2 here tonight.
Jake McCall.
He singled to start the fourth, but as he took a big turn around first base, he was caught as Duncan Hunter rifled into Jacob Southern, who then threw down to second and caught him at a rundown. First pitch swinging at a foul ball and back into the netting for strike one. McCoy sets the 0-1, and he misses upstairs for ball one. Jagger sets and comes home with the 1-1 and gets a swing and a miss on a breaking ball away. Lefty on lefty matchup here, McCall and McCoy. How about that? Last appearance for Jagger, 2 1/3 in relief on Tuesday at UCF. The 1-2 tries to paint the outside corner with that same breaking ball, doesn't get the call. Two balls, 2 strikes. He gave up 2 runs on 2 hits on Wednesday. Did not allow a run or a hit in his first 3 relief appearances this year. The 2-2. And that is fouled off by McCall. Got a piece of himself on it to stay alive. It's a hard way to earn another pitch to see. I will give McCall some credit here. He has gone with some high hose here tonight, and it is impressive. Black sock stirrups with the black and red and white stripes at the top of them. A pretty good look for the Illinois State first baseman. The 2-2. And he goes back to the curveball away, and it misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. To Jake McCall, the first man to the plate here in the 6th for Illinois State. Jagger sets the payoff pitch. And that is driven out to deep right center field. Going back on it, Hunter looking up, and it's gone. A solo home run for Jake McCall makes it 4-1 Illinois State here in the 6th. That one left the bat at 105 miles an hour for McCall. That is his 2nd home run of the year.
Catcher number 8.
And his first here this weekend. So Illinois State makes it 4-1. They scored their first run since the 4th. After they took the lead in the top of the 3rd, have not looked back. Nobody out. Here is Tyson Hayes up against Jagger McCoy, and he takes a fastball at the top of the zone called ball 1. Hayes is 2 for 2 today as well. How about this? None of the bottom 3 in the order for Illinois State have been retired here tonight. Fly ball out of play to the right side, making it 1-1. McCall is now 3 for 3 with a pair of singles and a solo home run. Hayes is 2 for 2 with 2 singles, and then Jeremy Gaines has a triple, an RBI triple, and a walk. That's how you get it done. The bottom 3 come through. The 1-1 is sliced foul again.
That's another Cheddar's foul ball.
McCoy ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Comes home to Hayes, who just gets a piece to foul off another breaking ball that was down near his shoe tops. Bottom 3 in the order tonight came in hitting 161, 200, and 296 for Illinois State. The 1-2. Line shot at the third baseman, George, who leaps and makes the grab for route number 1.
Center fielder
One out,
2,
bases empty, and here comes Jeremy Gaines. Gaines, the junior center fielder, with his third triple of the season. Back in the fourth, drove in a run. He was stranded at third, though, at the end of the inning. First pitch from McCoy is a big curved ball that misses in on the right-handed swinging Gaines. Ball one. A high pop-up from Gaines into the infield. Jalila coming over from short. DeBrule, they're both calling each other off. DeBrule ends up taking it right in front of the bag at second base for round number 2. That one was sky high. 2 white objects way up there, and that one for DeBrule to deal with, the moon and that baseball. And there are 2 outs as the order turns over for the 4th time tonight for Illinois State. Braden Blackford climbing in 2 for 3. Scored a run tonight as well. And a first pitch curveball called a strike on the outside edge to the lefty bat of Blackford. Bases empty, 2 outs, 4-1 Illinois State. As McCoy goes right back there, does not get the call on that next one. The 1-1. Flare to the left side and out of play, foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here on Blackford, who grounded out to first base his last time up. McCoy trying to finish off this inning. Strong after the tough start. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Got him on a curveball away. First strikeout of the night for Jagger McCoy. The 8th tonight for Jacksonville pitching. And that ends the 6th. The solo home run for Illinois State's Jake McCall. And they add to their lead. It's now 4-1 Redbirds as we head to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner and the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Mark Brunell, and I want to welcome you to Hodges Mazda at the Avenues. Here at Hodges Mazda, we strive to ensure a satisfying and comfortable car buying experience. Whether you're looking for a brand new Mazda or a pre-owned vehicle, we have a great selection to choose from. Hodges Mazda wants to provide you with peace of mind. If you find the same new Mazda for less within 3 days, Hodges Mazda will pay you the difference or your money back. That's the Hodges Mazda guarantee. Visit us online today at hodgesmazda.com.
Folks, the First Coast has voted. Jacksonville
35.
Orthopedic Institute is proud to be chosen as Bold City's best in the orthopedic practice and physical therapy and rehab center categories. For the last 25 years, JOI has continually strived for the highest level of orthopedic surgery and rehab care. As the needs of the community evolve, so will they. That's why coaches, parents, and athletes choose JOI. Call them at JOI 2000 or visit JOI.net. Go where the pros go.
Nothing beats the power and excitement of live events like Ticket Smarter. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than Ticketsmarter.com or in the app. With every ticket transaction made at Ticketsmarter.com, TicketSmarter will donate $1 to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. TicketSmarter is proud to be the official ticket resale partner of Jacksonville University Athletics. Download the app today. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets. It's Anthony George. New pitcher for Illinois State as we start the 6th inning. Redbirds on top of Jacksonville 4-1. Taking over on the mound, Colin Wyman replacing Sean Sinisco, the freshman, with a strong start here tonight. He goes 5 innings, allows 1 run on 4 hits, strikes out 4, walks 1, and is in line for the win right now. Wyman takes over. The junior, 6'3", 215 from Pflugerville, Texas, a Navarro College transfer. And he faces off against 3, 4, and 5 in the Jacksonville order. Anthony George leading things off. Dolphins trying to get some offense going here. JU doesn't have a hit since the third. First pitch, bunt shown. Pitch is a slider away for ball 1. Wyman, in his 5th appearance of the season, 6 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, just 1 run, however, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. A pop up to the right side of the infield off the bat of George. Over there to McCall, the first baseman. He grabs it behind the bag at first for round number 1. One out here in the 6th, and here comes Corey Heffron.
Catcher, number 18, Corey Heffron.
Heffron 0 for 2 tonight with a pair of sharp hit groundouts down to third base. He has kept Cermak busy here tonight. He's been a busy fellow anyway down there at third. Four putouts tonight for Cermak over at third. Bases empty, 1 out, 4-1 Illinois State. First pitch to Heffron, and a slider bends its way in on the inner half for a strike. Wyman sets, delivers the 0-1, and misses down and outside with a fastball. Wyman in his first year with Illinois State. Went to the JUCO World Series last year with Navarro College. Helped the Bulldogs to a third-place finish there. The 1-1. And Heffron slices one foul out of play to the right side.
It's another Cheddar's foul ball.
.46 strikeouts last year for Wyman. Had a 2.40 ERA and 16 appearances in 30 innings. The 1-2. And that breaks down into the dirt. Heffron lays off, even count. Originally from Austin, Texas, Wyman, a business administration major. The 2-2. Heffron pops this one up. Right side of the infield, giving chase. The catcher, Hayes, into the dugout. Could he make the catch? No, went for the basket catch as he went into his front of his own dugout there and was not able to secure it. And Heffron, he did this last game where he popped up a couple. Very similar spot that the VCU catcher had a chance to make a play on it, was unable to. And then Heffron went and poked a 2 RBI single in the left. Nobody on base for him to do that for this time, unless he decides to leave the yard for the first time this season. Heffron last weekend nearly had a couple of home runs. The wind was blowing out through much of that series against Austin Peay. The 2-2. And Heffron swings and misses at a breaking ball downstairs and strikes out. 2 outs here in the 6th.
First baseman, number 33.
Here comes Jacob Southern. Southern today, a double and a strikeout. He scored the lone run of the game for Jacksonville. First pitch, slider, catches the outside corner for a strike to Southern. Left side of the infield playing very deep. Southern, not much of a win to speak about there right now. Stands in, awaiting the 0-1 from Wyman. He delivers. Breaking ball, misses in. Ball and a strike on Southern, looking for his second hit of the ball game. The 1-1. And he takes 85 of the knees for a strike. Jacksonville hitless since an Anthony George single back in the 3rd. Have had just one base runner since then, a walk to Ruben Samayan in the 5th. The 1-2 pitch, And Southern knocks one foul to the right side and out of play.
That's another Cheddar's foul ball.
Jacksonville with 10 hits earlier today, in danger of seeing their consecutive game of double-digit hit streak come to a close here this weekend. 1-2 pitch, another foul ball out of play to the right side.
It's another Cheddar's foul ball.
2 hours in the books here in this second game of the doubleheader. Got underway at 6:15. Here we are, 8:15, as darkness is settled in on a clear and cold night in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Game 4 of the weekend, Game 3 for Jacksonville and Illinois State. Dolphins have one more tomorrow. The 1-2. And a curveball misses low. Southern steps out, bases empty, 2 outs. Jacksonville trailing 4-1. Back in, 7th pitch of the at-bat from Wyman to Southern, and he skies this one high into right field. Second baseman Huggins going back on it, gives way to the right fielder Peterson. He makes the catch. That ends the inning. 1, 2, 3. The Dolphins go down in order in the 6th. We head to the 7th. 4-1, Illinois State on top. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Mark Brunell, and I want to welcome you to Hodges Mazda at the Avenues. Here at Hodges Mazda, we believe the vehicle sale is just the beginning of our commitment to you. We want you to enjoy a long-lasting ownership experience. Our factory-trained technicians are here to guarantee top-notch service in a timely manner. In addition, when you buy from Hodges Mazda, you'll receive your first oil change on us, and you'll receive free car washes for life. That's the Hodges Mazda guarantee. Visit us online today at hodgesmazda.com.
This is Stephen Lucy, team physician for Jacksonville University. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute are the team behind your team, serving as the official sports medicine provider for Jacksonville University. JOI offers a complete range of orthopedic care and rehabilitation services to keep the Dolphins on the field and in the game. Don't you want to go where the pros go? Visit JOI.net or call JOI 2000 for more information.
Jagger McCoy back out to the mound here to start the 7th inning for Jacksonville. 1 inning of relief in the books for him so far. He's allowed 1 run on 1 hit, has a strikeout. Jacksonville trailing Illinois State 4-1. Aiden Huggins leads things off. Huggins tonight 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts so far tonight. McCoy, the lefty, sets and deals and locates with a fastball on the outside edge for a strike. Both teams have seen their starters go 5 and a reliever work 1 so far. The 0-1. That is smoked into the hole at short for a base hit into left. First hit of the night for Aiden Huggins. That is the 14th of the evening for Illinois State. In a true tale of the line score not telling an entire story of a game, Illinois State 2 more hits than Jacksonville had all last night, yet the Redbirds have scored 12 less runs than the Dolphins did last night. Runner on first, nobody out here in the 7th. And Jordan Libman, 2 for 3 tonight, checks his swing on a first pitch breaking ball that catches the outside edge for strike number 1. McCoy at 21 pitches now in relief. Checking on the runner at first. Comes home with the 0-1 and a breaking ball that is poked foul into the screen above the Jacksonville dugout. Tyler Nauman out of the dugout to grab that one. 0-2. The 0-2. And a breaking ball downstairs for ball 1. The 1-2. Fastball at the knee, strike 3 call to Libman, and he is down on strikes for the second consecutive at-bat. That is out number 1. Second strikeout of the night for Jagger McCoy.
Shortstop number 7.
Huggins still at first. Here comes the shortstop, Joe Butler, who has donned the golden sombrero already here tonight, trying to avoid a 4th strikeout. First pitch he sees, a big swing and a miss on an off-speed number from Jagger McCoy. Jacksonville has a right-hander tossing in the bullpen down in left field. Some action in the red-clad Redbirds down in right as well, though more stirring down there than anything else. The 0-1. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And I feel like you get to a certain point in the night, if you're Joe Butler and you've had a hard time picking up certain pitches, you've had a tough night at the plate, and the baseball probably looks as small as the head of a pin. Hard to pick up. 0-2 the count on Butler. Jagger kicks and fires, and a fastball fouled straight back. So Jagger tried to elevate his fastball, which is not the fastest of this Jacksonville pitching staff. He freely admits he's kind of a junk pitcher. It's a lot of movement, a lot of high leg kicks and arms kicking out at weird angles and just keeping guys off balance. But it works. Give him credit for that. Another 0-2. Tries to paint the outside corner with a breaking ball and misses away. Runner on first, 1 out. Jacksonville trailing Illinois State 4-1 in the top of the 7th inning. 2-2 the count on Butler. Or 1-2. I don't know how. Too many lines here. Runner takes off on a foul ball by Butler. On a breaking ball down and in. He just got a piece of it. Haven't really seen much in the way of motion on the base pass for Illinois State tonight. Of course, they've had some struggles on the base pass as it is without putting anything extra on. But we did see an attempted hit and run there. 1-2 again. Runner stays put, and Butler belts one out into left field. He's got his first hit of the night. Big turnaround second base for Huggins, and he retreats back to first. Or back to second, excuse me. And just when you thought that Butler was going to have a night to forget, he comes up with a single, the 15th hit of the night for Illinois State, and they have runners at first and second with 1 out. Gunnar Peterson, 2 for 3. Double his last time up. He was caught taking too big of a turn around third base to end the inning. Back in the 5th. Runners at first and second. Lefty on lefty matchup. McCoy fires and locates on the outside edge with a 73-mile-an-hour breaking ball. The 0-1. And he paints the outside corner at 85. 0-2 on Peterson. McCoy has gotten ahead of hitters here pretty consistently since entering in relief. The only batter he's not thrown a strike to was Jeremy Gaines, but he popped out on a 1-0 pitch, so it worked out for him anyway. Oh-2. And he overthrows one outside. Heffron reaching to his left to snag it. Ball 1. It's a long day of baseball if you're Jacksonville. Started back at 2 o'clock here this afternoon, approaching 8:30 now. Dolphins played a high-pressure game in game one of this doubleheader. The 1-2. Pitch just missed on a breaking ball away. Very, very close from Jagger McCoy. And it moves to 2-2. Kind of like Illinois State yesterday. They played a back-and-forth affair against VCU in the first half. Jacksonville got to rest, came in fresh, and took it to the Redbirds. The 2-2 swung on and missed as Peterson goes around on a check swing attempt. He strikes out. Third strikeout of the ballgame for McCoy. Second out of the inning. And here comes Ryan Cermak with the runners on first and second and 2 outs. He's 1 for 3 tonight. A single his last time up. That was the 5th. But for Jacksonville, yeah, you start the day today. You played the game last night. You come right around. You play an early game today, and then you get another one. Coach Hayes is talking about a lot of baseball in a short period of time. And right now, Illinois State is looking like a fresher team out there and have really since the get-go. First pitch into Cermak, 86 at the knees for a strike. Time called, and head coach Steve Holm wants to have a chat with Cermak as he meets him halfway down the line at third. McCoy will step off the mound and wander around a little bit while he waits for the freshman third baseman to head back to the box. Meeting over. Here comes Cermak. Back to the box. And McCoy settles back onto the first base side of the rubber. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. 4-1 Illinois State. The 0-1. Cermak with a big swing and a miss on a curveball downstairs, and he's behind 0-2. Not sure what the meeting was about, but I don't think it was, hey, swinging a curveball down in the dirt here. But that's what happened anyway. Jagger trying to strand 2 men on. The 0-2 pitch, and that hit him, but he went around, and Cermak out on strikes as he did not hold up on the check swing on a pitch that hit him down on the toe.
First baseman number 27.
I thought for sure that it hit him on the foot, but Cermak took off down to first base, and it's ruled a wild pitch strikeout, but Cermak reached as the ball rolled away. And it looked like nobody in the Jacksonville side was ready to react to that. So McCoy gets his third strikeout of the inning, but the inning continues on the wild pitch. The bases are now loaded. And the first pitch misses for a ball to Jake McCall, who is 3 for 3 today with a pair of singles and a home run. Boy, a really unfortunate break there for Jagger McCoy and the Dolphins. You get a strikeout to end the inning, and you get a guy that just takes off and reaches first, the 1-0, breaking ball to outside. Illinois State dugout all up on the railing, making a lot of noise here, cheering their teams on. Bases loaded, trying to blow this game open in the 7th. 2 outs. The 2-0 pitch. And that is skied way high, way deep, and way foul.
That's another Cheddar's foul ball.
McCall already has a home run here today. That one 108 miles an hour off the bat. Let me remind you, this guy was hitting 161 coming into tonight. He was 5 for 31. He is now 8 for 34, including his second home run of the year. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded, 2 outs. McCoy kicks and fires, and a bouncing ball foul to the right side evens the count at 2. Here we are, Jagger McCoy, 1 strike away again from ending this inning. Could he go for the rarely seen 4 strikeout inning here? Bases loaded, 2 outs. McCoy with a long look home. He comes set. The lefty, McCall, awaits the 2-2 pitch as he tries to locate it down and away just off the plate. Now the count is full. Feels like this is the pitch of the ball game right here. It's a 3-run game right now. And it could stay that way if Jagger McCoy could execute here. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. A big one for Jagger McCoy, who strikes out 4 in the 7th. And that one counts to end the inning. We head to the home half. Time to stand and stretch. Jacksonville looking to rally here at home, trailing 4-1. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
To stay on top of your game, it's important to take good care of yourself. And that's exactly what Baptist Primary Care doctors specialize in, helping you know the score when it comes to your health. And with more than 1,400 physicians in our network, Baptist Primary Care is your direct link to all of Baptist Health. To establish a relationship with a Baptist Primary Care doctor near you, call 202-CARE. Baptist Health, proud to be the official healthcare provider for JU Athletics.
Pinch hitter here to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning in the designated hitter spot for Stephen Moffitt. It is Tyler McKenna. McKenna came up one time last night and walked, scored a run. First pitch swinging off the end of the bat, a foul ball over to the left side for strike 1. On the year, McKenna is 1 for 6, but brings a .583 on-base percentage due to 4 walks in 2 times he has been hit. Big reason why he keeps getting opportunities here. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses up and in. Colin Wyman out for his 2nd inning of relief work after he came in the 6th for Sean Sinisco. The 1-1 to McKenna. And he shoots this one out to deep center field. Gaines going back on it. Comes to a stop. Reaches up. Makes the catch. Round number 1. Well-struck baseball by Tyler McKenna, but it ran out of gas. And that is 1 out here in the 7th. Pinch hitter coming in for Jacksonville. It is Elias Flowers for Duncan Hunter.
Elias Flowers.
So Flowers, who started the first game of this doubleheader, also started last night. He went 2 for 4 against VCU, collected 1 hit and 2 at-bats, as well as a sacrifice fly against Illinois State last night. Takes a pitch outside called strike 1 at 86 miles an hour. No Jacksonville hitter has more consistently had that outside strike called against them this year than Elias Flowers. The 0-1. And he swings and misses at a fastball away. He's behind 0-2. So the freshman off the bench, cold, literally cold, as it is quite chilly out there tonight. Trying to help spark this Jacksonville offense. Center fielder Gaines shifts over toward left field. The 0-2 pitch is high and away for ball 1. 85 that time from Colin Wyman. Jacksonville hitless since the third, trailing 4-1 here in the seventh. 1-2 pitch, and Flowers backs off the plate on a curveball that misses it. And Flowers turns on one, sends a 2-2 pitch out to the deep right center field, and diving catch made by Gaines in the gap to rob Flowers of another extra base hit. That's the second time he has made a sensational play out in center. And nothing you can do there but tip your cap. And you may start to think that maybe that's a sign that it's just not your night if you're Jacksonville at the plate. Here is Langston Provitt. 0 for 1 here tonight, drove in the lone run of the night for the Dolphins on a sacrifice fly back in the second. Bases empty, 2 outs. Jacksonville trailing 4-1. First pitch to Provitt, and a big swing and a miss on a slider upstairs for strike one. You've had two pretty well-struck baseballs off of Colin Wyman here in the seventh, and they've both been caught by the center fielder, Jeremy Gaines. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. A big cut by Provitt on a pitch that was down near his ankles. And he's behind 0-2. Big hole up the middle for Provitt, and he golfs one down to third base. Fielded by Cermak next to the bag at third. Low throw to first, and Provitt beat it out. Although say that McCall's foot came off the bag. I don't think that's the right call. I think he just beat it out. He's safe regardless. I think it's one of those classic right result, wrong process to get there, much the way I did math back in the day. But Kevin Flay over at first calls safe. I agreed with him because I thought the speedy Provitt had beaten the throw to the bag, a one-hopper into McCall at first, and then all of a sudden Flay says that his foot came off the bag, which I don't agree with. I think he kept the toe on from this vantage point. Head coach Steve Holm came sprinting out of the dugout, and Flay and the other two umpires, Landon Davis and Manny Salazar, have come together now, halfway down the line at first, to have a discussion. And the call stays the same. He is safe. There we go. Good things happen when Langston Provitt puts the ball in play. I don't know how he hit that baseball the way he did, but he beats it out and reaches what I think is a really tough error because, still in my opinion, he legged it out. But anyway, he's on base regardless, and Jacksonville has a base runner for the first time since the fifth. Here is Dakota Jalila trying to spark a rally for Jacksonville in the bottom of the seventh. First pitch he sees. Breaking ball for his strike. Jalila did not like that call and spins out of the batter's box in disgust. Now stands back in. Provitt takes his lead off first. We'll see if he goes in motion at any point. 2 outs. The 0-1. And that one is downstairs at 78 for ball one. Infield is deep all the way around except for the first baseman McCall holding on the runner Provitt at first. The 1-1 runner takes off. Jalila takes the pitch for a strike. The throw bounces off of Provitt into shallow left field. Provitt heading down to third base, and he's in at third safely. I believe I've used the term chaos to describe what happens when Langston Provitt is in the lineup and he gets on. And that was a chaos-type play, a low throw from Hayes that bounces off the leg of Langston Provitt. He gets a stolen base, a throwing error on the catcher. Puts him down at third, and Jacksonville with a chance of driving a run here. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jalila. All he needs is a base hit. He's got a huge hole up the middle to work with. 1-2. And Jalila slices one down the line in right, going into foul territory. McCall makes the catch, and that ends the inning. So Jacksonville gets a man on, gets him all the way over to third, the best they've threatened since the second, but nothing more. And the Dolphins remained scoreless for the last 5 innings. We head to the 8th, 4-1, Illinois State still leading it. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
Is hip or knee pain getting in the way of doing the things you love? Waiting to see the doctor could be making your condition worse. If you've had any of the 5 hip or knee symptoms that shouldn't be ignored, like pain or discomfort while sitting, driving, walking, exercising, or even sleeping, and haven't found relief from anti-inflammatory medicine, it's time to see the specialists at Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our physicians offer new and innovative treatments for hip and knee pain. And the doctors at JOI are Jacksonville's most experienced at using Makoplasty, a state-of-the-art surgical technique that harnesses robotic technology for precision placement of hip and knee implants. Don't live with hip or knee pain a moment longer. Make an appointment today with a hip and knee specialist from Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Call 904-JOI-2000. That's 904-564-2000.
Tyson Hayes leads off the top of the 8th inning with Illinois State leading Jacksonville 4-1. Jagger McCoy back out there. 44 pitches so far from McCoy in 2 innings of work. First pitch to Hayes misses outside at 73 for ball 1. Second time through the order for Jagger. He has struck out 5 batters here tonight. Comes home and just misses away at 83 this time. 2 balls and a strike to the 8-hole hitter, who is 2 for 3 tonight. The 2-0 in there for a strike at 81. Jagger, with his 5 strikeouts, has matched his career high. 4 of them came in just last inning alone. And a strange quirk with a wild pitch allowing the inning to continue. Then he went and struck out Jake McCall to retire him for the first time tonight. The 2-1 curveball at the knees for a strike. He had 3 5-strikeout games last year against Indiana State the opening weekend, at Austin Peay in early May, and then against Lipscomb in the ASUN Championship down in DeLand in late May. The 2-2. High in the air down the right field line. Over there is Elias Flowers, who has stayed in the game to play right field, reaching into the Illinois State bullpen, and that sent a Redbird crashing to the ground to avoid it, but it lands harmlessly foul. Provided that guy's okay, that is, of course. Seems okay. Remains a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Tyson Hayes. 15 hits for Illinois State tonight, 4 runs. Jacksonville limited to just 4 hits here this evening against the Redbirds. The 2-2. Curveball outside for ball 3. Mentioned it earlier, but don't forget daylight savings time starts tonight, 2 o'clock. Spring forward if you don't want to miss all your appointments tomorrow. Ground ball down to short. And Jalila muffs it at first, picks it up, throws on to first, but not in time. He went to field it between his legs and just came up without the baseball at first. Got a glove on it, but nothing more. And an error on Jalila allows the leadoff man to reach here in the 8th for Illinois State. Here comes Jeremy Gaines. Daylight savings time. First proposed back in 1895. proposed by George Hudson. German Empire and Austria-Hungary were the first ones to implement it nationwide. First pitch to Gaines. He shows bunt, pulls the bat back, called strike. It's pretty interesting because really the whole reason why most countries started using it was to preserve energy during energy crisis. And, fortunately, we're not in one of those right now. There are certain parts of the world that are permanently on daylight savings time, certain parts of the world that never use it. Gaines gets a bunt down the first base line. This is a good one. Picked up by McCoy, spinning, throws onto first, gets the out there. Nice play by Jagger McCoy to at least get one out there on that play on a really nice bunt by Jeremy Gaines, but he sacrifices the runner down to second base.
Left fielder number 3, Braden Blackford.
One out. Runner in scoring position. At the top of the order, back up Braden Blackford. Here in Florida, the Sunshine Protection Act has been proposed. And boy, would that be controversial if it goes into effect. It would put daylight savings time on year-round for Florida, and Florida alone. First pitch is a breaking ball. Shot the other way. On the run, Provitt makes the catch. Nice play made by the speedy left fielder as he rifles the baseball back into third base in order to prevent the runner Hayes from tagging up and trying to advance. 2 outs now in the 8th. Can you imagine, say, right now, if you drove across the border to Georgia, it would be a different time? That'd be a nightmare. Time zones for those of us that, if the Sunshine Protection Act is passed, it would be on a different time zone in the state of Georgia. Jacksonville would be on. I've got a bunch of guys who are clueless here in this press box that have no idea what I'm talking about. Strike at the knees. If you drive to Georgia, that's a different state, Shoop. I don't need to have to factor in changing my clock on my car when I drive 25 minutes north of Georgia. A shot into shallow right field, waiting on it, Flowers. He's got it for out number 3. So a base runner gets into scoring position for Illinois State, but nothing more. Nice job by Jagger McCoy. 3 solid innings of relief work here tonight. Jacksonville trailing 4-1. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Dolphins bringing the top of the order to the plate when we return. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
To stay on top of your game, it's important to take good care of yourself. And that's exactly what Baptist Primary Care doctors specialize in, helping you know the score when it comes to your health. And with more than 1,400 physicians in our network, Baptist Primary Care is your direct link to all of Baptist Health. To establish a relationship with a Baptist Primary Care doctor near you, call 202-CARE. Baptist Health, proud to be the official healthcare provider for JU Athletics.
With over 25 years of insurance-related auto accident and personal injury experience, the law offices of George Hunter, PA have the experience and knowledge when you need it most. For others, it's just business. For us, it's personal. Call us today at 1-833-221-HURT. The law offices of George Hunter, PA, a proud partner of Jacksonville University Athletics. Bottom of the 8th inning, Jacksonville trailing Illinois State 4-1 here at home. Second game of this doubleheader, third game of the weekend for both of these teams. Illinois State trying to go 2-1 here in Jacksonville. Dolphins looking for a third straight win here at home, but they'll have to rally in order to do it. Colin Wyman out for a third inning of relief work. A new pitcher. Never mind. Sorry, this is Derek Salata. Salata replacing Wyman after he threw 2 innings of relief. Wyman did not allow a hit, just one base runner via an error, and struck out 1. So Salata 6'3", 210-pound sophomore right-handed pitcher from Westchester, Illinois, facing the top of the order for Jacksonville here in the bottom of the 8th. And first pitch is a breaking ball, and I don't think Hayes and Salata were on the same page there, as Hayes went popping up out of his crouch on that breaking ball and then ended up catching it sort of at his chest. So he jogs out to the mound and has a chat with the right-hander, who is appearing for the 5th time this season. 6 1/3 innings pitched. He has given up 4 hits and no runs while striking out 8 and walking just 1. The 1-0 pitch. And Cermak takes a fastball in the inside corner at 88 for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jacksonville's leadoff man, who has been on base twice here today, doubled to lead it off, and then walked in the 5th. The 1-1. Shoots one the other way toward the left center field gap, and this is also cut down by Gaines, who has seemingly unlimited range. There are no power alleys here at John Sessions Stadium with Jeremy Gaines roaming center. That is the 3rd time tonight he has taken away extra bases from a Jacksonville hitter.
Scott DeBrule.
1 out now in the 8th, and here comes Scott DeBrule. He's been on base just once today via fielder's choice back in the 1st. Looking for his first hit of the night. Salata's first to DeBrule, and he fouls this one out of play to the left side.
Another Cheddar's foul ball.
Scotty, 2 for 3 last night against Illinois State. Went 1 for 2 earlier today. And the 0-1. And a swing and a miss on a very, very slow breaking ball. DeBrule did manage to get a piece of it, tipping it into Hayes' mitt. That one came in at 68. Quickly 0-2 on Scotty. Bases empty, 1 out, 4-1. Illinois State on top. The pitch. Another breaking ball. This one tapped out in front of the plate, fielded by Hayes. Out in front of the plate, he throws high to first and retires Scott DeBrule for the 2nd out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 22.
2 gone.
George.
With the bases empty, here is Anthony George, who is one of Jacksonville's 4 hits here tonight. So Anthony George singled back in the 3rd. That is still Jacksonville's last hit here tonight. That came with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. He was stranded there when Heffron grounded out to end the frame. Salata, first pitch. Fastball at the knees at 86 for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. And George watches another one at the bottom of the zone. This one dialed up to 93. That is strike 2 called. Salata appeared in just 5 games as a freshman last year with 4 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings. The 0-2. Breaking ball, check swing foul ball. George stays alive. He certainly has ramped up his repertoire this year. And it looks like he is a big-time pitcher in the back end of the bullpen for this Redbird squad. One of 2 pitchers with a 0 ERA. The other one has appeared in just 1 game this year. Bases empty, 2 outs. And another 0-2 to Anthony George, another curveball that misses away. Joe Butler, the shortstop, had started back toward the dugout thinking that was strike 3 to end the inning. Jordan Butler plays for Florida. Did see him in 2 games earlier this year. A pitcher and a first baseman for the Gators. One of 2 undefeated teams left in the country. 1-2 pitch is poked foul down the right field line.
Foul ball.
The other team that is undefeated, and maybe a little more surprising, the Alabama Crimson Tide. SEC play beginning next weekend. ACC play started this weekend. Oh, Alabama no longer undefeated. Lost tonight. 1-2, and George fouls off another slow breaker. He's battling here at the plate. He's gotten a piece of the last two. Loss to the Lipscomb Bisons. How about that? They had him on the ropes last night. Alabama won it on a walk-off wild pitch. And then tonight, Lipscomb gets him 3-2. And the A-Sun Bisons, under the leadership of Jeff Forehand, picking up a big win on the road in Tuscaloosa. Seventh pitch of the at-bat, and George just gets a piece of this one, bouncing it into the field of play. Salata off the mound, fields to his right, sets the feet, throws to first. That ends the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Illinois State against Jacksonville. We head to the ninth. Jacksonville trailing 4-1. You're listening to JU Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
Well, I had to get a job today. The fishing life just didn't pay. Nos and Seabass figured out what freezing fresh was all about. So now we've laid our boats to rest and raise a toast to Seabass. Seabass, Seabass, you just won't find a fresher catch. Seabass, Seabass, darn fine seafood frozen fresh.
Seabest is frozen at its freshest and brought to you by Beaver Street Fisheries. There's seafood, then there's Seabest.
Your local Napa Auto Care Center is independently owned, operates by a written code of ethics, and provides service you can trust. Put your vehicle in the care of ASE certified technicians in your neighborhood. They're backed by Napa. Quality parts, national warranties. That's Napa know-how. Your Napa Auto Care Center might just be the treated me fairly, I love those guys place you've been looking for your vehicle. Stop by today at
jacksnapa.com. Depends on if you want. Top of the ninth inning, 4-1. Illinois State leading Jacksonville.
Designated hitter number 25, Jordan Lippman.
Been a tough offensive night for the Dolphins. The pitching and the defense has kept them in it. And Jagger McCoy out for a fourth inning of relief work. Starts off with a foul ball from Jordan Libman, knocked back to the screen for strike one. 57th pitch of the night for McCoy. Jacksonville has used only 3 relievers here so far this weekend. Nick Love and Chris Maloney each pitched earlier today. 4 relievers, excuse me. Breaking ball, hit down in the air to the left side. Probit over to his right. Makes the catch right at the line for out number 1. That brings up Joe Butler, the shortstop, who's 1 for 4.
Shortstop number 17.
Tyler Nauman went an inning and a third here earlier tonight. 2/3 of an inning for Nick Love, and then it got closed out by Chris Maloney. And now we'll see our third pitcher of the ball game here in the ninth. With the right-hander coming up, Jagger McCoy's day is done. 58 pitches for Jagger in relief. A righty coming in out of the pen for Jacksonville with the lead 4-1. Illinois State on top with 1 out and the bases empty in the top of the ninth. Let you know who the new Dolphin pitcher is when we return. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
This is Jacksonville women's basketball head coach Darnell Hayes. Shenatry Chiropractic is a proud sponsor of JU Athletics, located east of downtown in the Arlington neighborhood. Shenatry Chiropractic specializes in acupuncture for pain relief and sports performance.
He gets what
See
is
how
love.
their quality chiropractic care can help you with back pain, neck pain, auto accidents,
This was actually Nick's.
sciatica, and more. For more information about Shenatry Chiropractic, please visit CHANATRYDC.com. Shenatry Chiropractic.
What do LeBron James, Mark Wahlberg, and JU's own Russell Knox all have in common? They're improving their athletic performance thanks to cryotherapy. Now you too can recover like the elite athletes at Cryotherapy Jax. It's Jacksonville's premier recovery center, providing cutting-edge therapy treatments, including whole-body cryotherapy, Normatec, and red light therapy. For more information, check out cryotherapyjax.com. Avery Love takes over on the mound for Jacksonville. He relieves Jagger McCoy, who goes 3 1/3 in relief here tonight. He matches a career best with 5 strikeouts on the evening and allows 1 run on 3 hits. So Love making his first appearance of the weekend, the other half of the Love brother duo to pitch here today. Avery, the freshman from Callahan, is appearing in now his 5th game as a freshman. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. He is settling in to face off against the shortstop Joe Butler here. And Butler, 3 strikeouts here tonight and a single. The first batter to face the talented Avery Love. The big right-hander toes the rubber and gets ready for his first action of the weekend. Came right up and caught Butler on the left shoulder blade, and he heads down to first. So a leadoff hit batsman, the first of the ball game here tonight.
Number 15, Gunnar Peterson.
And now Love will try and bounce back, facing against Gunnar Peterson with a runner on first and 1 out. First batter hit by Love in his career. First pitch, runs down and in. A 90-mile-an-hour fastball for a ball. First appearance for Avery Love since the 23rd of February against Southeastern Louisiana that Sunday. The 1-0. He goes with a slider away, and it is fouled off back into the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner on first. Butler on base for the second consecutive plate appearance after he singled back in the 7th. He takes his lead off first. Avery Love gets set here for a 1-1 delivery. He turns and throws over to first, and Butler dives back in under the tag. Illinois State doesn't have a hit since the 7th. The longest stretch of the evening that they haven't picked up one of those is the 1-1 is a buried down in the dirt inside. Heffron sliding to his right, able to block it. It rolls up the first base line a little bit. Butler stays put. Two balls, 1 strike. Fastball inside, brushes Peterson off the plate. Now 3 balls in his strike to the Illinois State right fielder, who has a pair of hits tonight. Singled, drove in a run back in the 3rd, doubled in the 5th. That is both hits sandwiched between a pair of Ks, one looking, one swinging. Butler takes his lead. Takes off, 3-1 pitch, and that is sliced into shallow left field. Provitt charging in on it, loses his hat, makes the catch, up throwing as Butler back to tag, and the throw gets away from Southern, and now heading down to second base is Butler on the throwing error from Langston Provitt. Great effort by Provitt initially, just trying to do a little too much there on that play. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position.
Third baseman number 21, Ryan Cermak.
Third error of the ball game for Jacksonville. Ryan Cermak, 1 for 4 tonight. Did reach base on a wild pitch after he struck out in the 7th. Part of a 4-strikeout inning for Jagger McCoy earlier tonight. A lot of dancing down there at second for Butler. A swing and a miss on a nice slider from Love. Nothing in 1 to count on Cermak, the freshman. 2 outs, runner at second base. 4-1 Illinois State on top here in the top of the 9th inning. Redbirds looking for their second win here this weekend. The 0-1. Another slider, this one outside that Heffron blocks. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jacksonville needing a rally here in the bottom of the 9th in order to stay perfect at home here this weekend as Love comes home with the 1-1. A swing and a miss. And Cermak is behind 1-2. Middle of the order due up. Heffron, Southern, and then whoever hits in the designated hitter spot, if it stays McKenna or if it's someone else. It'll be interesting to see if Derek Salata stays back out for the 9th as well. The 1-2, down in the dirt, blocked. There doesn't appear to be one set closer on this Illinois State team. They have 4 saves this year, all of them recorded by different pitchers. Colton Johnson is 1, Eric Kubiatowicz is 1, Brady Huffman is 1, and Jackson Bronke is 1. Saw Bronke last night. Doubt we'll see him again here tonight. The 2-2. That's a breaking ball down and in, and the count runs full. Now to Cermak. Runner at second base, 2 outs. Love trying to end this inning. Keep it a 3-run game. McCall, looming on deck, has had a big night at the plate. Love sets the payoff pitch. A swing and a miss on a slider away, and Avery Love gets his first strikeout of the night, his 7th of the season. Strands a man in scoring position. We head to the 9th. Jacksonville's last chance, hinging on the hopes of the middle of the order. 4-1. Illinois State on top. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Radio Network.
Calling all Little Dolphin fans, the Duncan Kids Club is back for the 2019-2020 season. This year, you have the option to choose between our 2 memberships, the Dolphin Free Membership and the VIP Dolphin Club.
Does not.
Kids Club members must be in 8th grade or younger and will receive exclusive benefits, including access to home events, a t-shirt, a lanyard, and more. To learn more about membership benefits and to sign up, check out our Fan Zone tab on JUDolphins.com.
The Hampton Inn Oceanfront Jacksonville Beaches location is perfect for everything from a weekend getaway, a corporate conference, or even a beautiful beach wedding. Our heated lagoon-style pool with cascading waterfalls and rock grottos sets the mood for rest and relaxation. Our unique event space and full-service catering department offers everything you need for any special event. Join us at the Tides Beach Bar and Grill, where you can enjoy the ocean breeze and your favorite libation. Call the Hampton Inn Oceanfront for more details at 904-241-2311.
Here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Jacksonville trailing 4-1. Corey Heffron leads things off as Jacksonville tries to rally. Dolphins have not come from behind. to win a game late this year. This will be a first if Jacksonville can do it. They'll face off against Derek Salata for a second straight inning. He sat down the Dolphins in order in the 8th. His first pitch, and Heffron takes strike one, 86 at the belt. Heff is 0 for 3 here tonight. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Hitting .231 this season, Heffron. The 0-1. Curveball swung on and missed. Heffron with a .333 on base percentage this year. Dolphins need base runners. We'll see if he can find a way to get on. The 0-2. Fastball, bounce back up the middle over the head of Salata, charging in on it Butler, and he bobbles it as he scoops it. And Heffron with an infield single to lead things off here in the 9th. So that's one. We'll see if Jacksonville can keep it going. First hit for the Dolphins since the 3rd inning.
First baseman number 33.
Here comes Jacob Southern. He has one of Jacksonville's 5 hits here tonight, a double, and he scored the lone run for Jacksonville way back in the 2nd inning. This would be a good time for Southern to get a hold of one. Of course, I say drive it into a gap, but it doesn't appear there are any gaps with the way that Jeremy Gaines has played here tonight out in center field. Good runner on first with speed in Corey Heffron. First pitch from Salata and a fastball at the knees at 88 for a strike. Double play depth up the middle for Illinois State. They're playing Southern pretty straight up in the outfield. Here comes the 0-1. A breaking ball way outside. Backhanded by Hayes, moving to his right for ball 1. The most important man right now for Jacksonville is standing on deck, though Southern equally important in the fact that he needs to get on base in order for McKenna to matter. The 1-2, and that is hit high in the air out into right field. Ranging over on it, Peterson near the line in right makes the catch for out number 1. Heffron stays at first, and Jacksonville brings Tyler McKenna back to the plate here as a designated hitter in the 9th.
Tyler McKenna.
He got a hold of one in the 7th, drove it out to deep center field. Farthest we've seen a baseball hit here tonight. But Gaines tracked it down for the first out of that inning. Heffron at first. Tying run still on deck for Jacksonville. And the freshman who swings it left-handed stands in. Salata's first pitch, high and outside with a heater. McKenna, old school, doesn't use the batting gloves. Blowing on the left hand to warm it up here as it is a chilly night here in Northeast Florida. The 1-0. McKenna ground ball right side under the glove of the first baseman McCall into right field. Going first to third, Heffron. The throw from Peterson comes into second, and Jacksonville bringing the tying run to the plate with one out here in the 9th. Here comes Elias Flowers to the plate, the freshman, as Jacksonville has 2 hits here in the 9th. For Tyler McKenna, his 2nd career hit, and a pinch runner checking in for McKenna. It's Harrison Long.
Pinch running for Tyler McKenna, number 38, Harrison Long.
So Long into pinch run. Heffron down at third. And Elias Flowers, who also struck a baseball very well into the gap in right center his last time up in his first at-bat. Had that ball tracked down by Gaines. Runners at the corners, 1 out. First pitch to Flowers, and it's a fastball outside for ball 1 at 86. Things getting a little bit interesting here in the 9th inning. Foul ball knocked back to the screen makes it 1-1. Ball and a strike on the freshman Flowers, trying to come through in a big spot here in the ninth. The 1-1 and a big curveball that called a strike. That one came in about head high to Flowers. And head coach Chris Hayes is out screaming to home plate umpire Landon Davis, that is up, that is up, that is up. Elias Flowers is 5'7". You can't throw a curveball like that normally and get it called a strike, but Salata just did. And it is 1-2, and Flowers' string of tough strikes called against him continues. The 1-2 pitch. He checks his swing and is called out on a curveball inside. And now Flowers having word for home plate umpire Landon Davis on his way back to the dugout. And you know what? Davis let him have a few words because he deserved to get a few in after that difficult sequence in which he was called out on strikes. A huge strikeout for Salata for the second out of the inning. And a pinch hitter, Christian Coypel for Langston Proven. So Coypel off the bench, Jacksonville's leader in home runs this year, leader in RBIs this year. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Last chance for Jacksonville. Coypel with 14 driven in this year. First pitch, and it's a curveball that misses in. That one came in at 66. And Coypel wanted no piece of that pitch and watches it miss low for a ball. The 1-0. Runner takes off for second. Pitch is framed at the bottom of the zone. Ball low. Catcher's indifference allows Long to move down to second base. Men at second and third. 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. 4-1 Illinois State leads. 2-0 the count on Coypel. Does he get a fastball that he can handle? 2-0 pitch. And he knocks one foul out of play to the left side. Dakota Jalila standing on deck. Salata has given up a pair of base hits here this inning and has struck out 1. His first K of the game. He's trying for his first save of the year. Also trying to keep that ERA perfect as it is right now. The 2-1 to Coypel. And that is strike 2 called. A fastball of the inside corner at 89. And Jacksonville down to its final strike. Coypel looking at the barrel of his bat as he steps out of the box. Now back in. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Jacksonville trailing 4-1. Salata kicks and fires the 2-2. Breaking ball, and it hit Coypel on the arm. No, it hit him on the bat, a foul ball. Thought it caught him on the left arm, caught him right down near the handle of the bat. A foul ball, and another big looping curve from Derek Salata. That had hit him. All of a sudden, you put the tying run on and bring Jalila to the plate with 2 outs. Count remains 2-2. 6th pitch of the at-bat to Coypel. Here it comes. And he fouls another one straight back. Battling here. Got a fastball there, a little bit underneath it. Jacksonville looking to come from behind and win a game in the late stages for the first time this season. Long look into the plate for Salata. He gets the signs. He comes set. And he delivers another 2-2 pitch. And a curveball is belted high and deep to right field, but in the yard for Peterson. Over near the line, makes the catch, and that ends the inning and the ball game. Jacksonville threatens but falls short ultimately here at home tonight against Illinois State, falling 4-1 to the Redbirds, who even the two matchups with Jacksonville here tonight, and they go 2-1 here in Jacksonville in their swing through this round-robin event. Jacksonville still one more to